Alright, we are live, and
Hi.
hi Sanity, hi guys, hi 3 rocks in a row, what the fuck, like, what the fuck.
And then I broke it by getting
You
a
broke it,
sapphire.
and then you, I guess, inadvertently gave Joe the best luck because he got a diamond.
Yep, I'm okay with the sapphire.
I mean, I'm okay with sapphires too, it's just, what the fuck, a rock?
Yeah.
At least with the rock candy, I can eat it. I'm gonna...
Go sanity with what money?
What money? Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we're all poor. I saw
Dude.
the best keyboard too. But it's not the best. Pink would have been better.
Dude, if I had money to just throw out, you bet your ass I would be buying my friends' houses.
Oh my god, Death would be throwing bits at like everybody he knows, like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I would come into Trix and Apple and Trashy and Arc streams and just drop like 100,000 bits every stream. Just be like, bam!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dougie,
Yeah.
hi, welcome in. I sound like poop. I sound bad. I actually feel okay though.
That's good.
Oh my god, Sandy!
Okay. You know what I meant, Sanity. Okay, fine. We see where Sanity's mind is. Sanity is constantly in the gutter. That's right.
Where's the bonk for Sanity? Where did bonk? I need to be able to bonk chat.
we see who the real perv is here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I did say go into their streams. I did say go into theirs. Yes, I did.
Someone go clip it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. VTuber spray bottle redeem. I can't spell VTuber. I spell B-trubber. We need this spray bottle redeem ASAP.
Well, at least I included Ark into that. We're very pro something, I guess.
Something.
We're true gender equality. Everybody gets it.
You get it. You can come in. You can come in.
Yeah.
Alright,
Everybody
love
gets it.
too. He won't accept it though, because
Yeah.
he's a dirty fucking tsundere, but you know.
Yeah, he is a dirty fucking tsundere.
He's a tsundere. We established this. We have established. Oh, this one's on sale for $3. The cheap pull is also on sale.
No, he absolutely would not. I can guarantee you right now.
He literally ran for me last night. Oh, this one's fun. Man, Alright, Death. Oh god, hold on. Does chat need punishment? Just chat need punishment.
What? Oh god, I'm afraid to click this link.
Don't be afraid. It's only $3
Yes.
and it can't hurt you.
Yeah, yes, actually, yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, chat needs all the punishment.
Okay,
All of those, in fact.
We're gonna add this to the favorites collection for later. Actually, no, we're gonna buy it right fucking now. It's right fucking now. We're not gonna use it till after the debut, because I want all like the new juicy stuff to be like, I feel like I don't deserve it right now. So fuck you. Look at you with the biddies. This is not the right payment method. I don't have Visa anymore. There we we go. There we go. It is now purchased.
It dropped a single bit. Yeah.
Did it really?
Just one. Just one.
I wonder what... I haven't looked into any new hype jars. You guys want a new one?
The jar said, fuck, I can't take it anymore. The jar remembers what happened last time.
The jar knows.
Yeah.
Alright guys, y'all gotta get me off of Etsy before I start doing naughty things.
Play the game. Play game. Want Yakuza.
I'm sorry!
I came for Yakuza, Trix!
I'm sorry! I was just
demand Yakuza.
Look, I was just very excited about punishing chat, okay? Bro.
Also stream game to Discord.
Yeah, I know. Do you guys want a new hype jar? Do you want a new fancy hype jar? There you go. Came to divert my bullying. Alright, we're going to try really hard not to stop the game 500 times to readjust ourselves. So,
yes.
if the model looks funky, just deal with it, guys. Just deal with it.
Yeah.
I think I've got her set to drift back to, like, her original position, so we'll get there. Just...
Oh, yeah, we ended off as Kiryu. What were we doing this time? Oh, yeah, we were gonna go take care of, We were gonna go take care of some, fucking squatters.
The skeleton looks funky? What? Why would you say that? Okay. Yeah, that's why...
Funky as hell.
That's why this stream says I miss Majima, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went back to my original position. Okay, awesome. Alright, that's why I would cut out the dialogue so much. Because, like, I would end up breaking. And... Man.
Oh, fuck. It's goons.
I wasn't fast enough.
Careful. They only donate to VTubers because they hope to see boobs.
Hey!
I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. That joke was terrible.
It's okay, I'm also EP. I slept for like so long today, but I'm still EP. I wanted to pick that up. What is that, baby powder?
It's salt. Hit them with it. Yeah, heat action them with it. Y button.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Oh.
Imagine sleeping.
God.
Show us your booba death.
You need him in the face.
They want your bony booba. Where's the entrance, bro?
No, you're not going to an entrance. You need to talk to the dude with the talk box.
Oh, you're in the fucking way. Get the hell out of here, dude.
Hey, Kiryu-kun. You better cut it. Oh, you have to... Oh, you had to get the gift first. I totally forgot about it.
Sorry, bro. That was a lapse of memory.
Bring up the map. Bring up the map real quick. Alright. We're looking for a shop, Don Quixote's. It's going to be down on the south side. Or you can go do side quests if you... Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Alright, I got it. I got this, I think. Hi, Kim.
Or you can do side quests
You got an amber. We all got fucking rocks, dude. We all got
everybody
fucking
except
rocks.
me and Joe got rocks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sounds like a skill issue.
Shut up, Joe! He said technically everything on that list is a rock. Oh, it's gonna make me... Man, just... Why can't I just run...
No, you can run. You just gotta go around the corner. Yeah, you can go on those sidewalks.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was gonna make me...
No.
Girls, move.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I was
Get the fuck out of the way.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I got important Yakuza to do.
I do. I really do. Oh, it's this place.
Yep, just go in there and buy a gift.
Wait. My rock can bash your skull. Sir! He's so violent. I think... Wait, did I come in here and then just didn't buy the confection box?
Possibly.
Yeah, because I remember coming in here.
I don't think we played this last week, so I can't remember.
You want some
Let's
7
see.
Up?
No, that's not what we want.
You want some Mountain Dew?
No.
Y'all, you're not thirsty? Chat,
I'm good.
I went to the store. What do you want?
Oh, those are pocket circuit parts as well.
What? Look at the spike tires. Man, fuck you with your Dr. Pepper vanilla float. Where the hell is this confection box?
You might have skipped past it.
Did I skip past it?
Yeah, possibly. Let's see. Squid.
There ain't fucking anything here, dude. Ow!
Huh. I thought we needed to go to... I checked the... Okay, check... stand still for a second and Kiryu will talk, saying where he needs to go.
Alright, we're gonna... Look at his little glasses. They're so cute.
Yeah.
I
Kiryu
got
looks
tea,
like
guys.
a fucking nerd.
Yeah, let him look like a nerd. Nerds are hot.
Said the... Oh, on... okay. But some convenience stores should carry that. Okay, so we need to go to a convenience store, actually. I thought it was Don Quixote, but I guess it's we need to go to a convenience store. Okay,
right.
So just go outside and we can look for a convenience store.
Oh, you started your first Yakuza game.
Like a Dragon Ishin. Oh,
Okay.
that I have a
further down.
proclivity toward the sword style in that game, and I occasionally
Ooh.
dip into brawling. Yeah, it's pretty fun. The style switching in that game is really awesome. Okay, yeah, that convenience store might have one. You get 4
Ew.
styles in Like a Dragon Ishin.
Ew.
Oh, nah, I mean, you can read some. They're actual magazines that you can check out.
Hot dog press.
Hot dog press. Okay.
Yeah, that one appeals to me.
Curious.
All right.
It's a manga.
It
Magazine
is.
for med.
Yeah.
Packed with practical advice, articles about men's fashion and lifestyle. It's especially popular among fashionable younger men.
Is this why you wear the hot dog suit? To be fashionable? Are you a fashionable young man?
I mean, he is in his 20s.
Talking about you! You're the one I know who wears a hot dog suit, bro.
Yeah. Brawling, sword, gun, and mix. And honestly, the one I like the least is probably gun or mix.
I want some
I
ramen.
actually love both of those styles the most, to be honest.
Oh, you meant ice cream, not ice. I was like, ew, ice? I don't know how I'd feel about Dr. Pepper ice cream, but I also don't like floats.
I think it's the biscuits.
You think it's the biscuits?
Yeah, okay. Hover over that one. These biscuits are a pop.
It doesn't say anything specific.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be, like, obvious. There's,
Pocket
like,
tissue.
fucking nothing here.
I think the gift box would be the biscuits. I'm not sure. Try that.
You know what? We'll buy one just in case. If not, we just
Yeah.
eat it to regain health. Who cares?
Yeah, right?
Alright.
Is the lady who talks a lot. If they want me to remember what she's saying, let me turn the game into English voice acting. Yeah, unfortunately, see, that's a huge staple of Yakuza games, is that they did not have an English dub for the longest time. Mostly because,
we got a side quest.
Yep.
I don't like regular Dr. Pepper, but I like all the flavored Dr. Pepper. Like the float that Sanity is drinking, that sounds fucking amazing. I like the cream soda.
Arakurge quest.
Ooh, looks like you can win a boombox. Nope. I don't like flutes. Ugh. Cream soda Dr. Pepper is pretty good. I only drink cold drinks. I don't drink hot drinks. Okay, unless it's tea, because right now I have hot tea.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. So I lined up first thing this morning. I'm gonna be the first to get it.
I don't drink hot soda, is what I meant.
like lukewarm
Right.
soda.
Yeah.
Okay,
not
that's
really.
fair. No cutting line, pal. You have to play by the rules and get in the back like everyone else.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just fishing for information, dude.
I snuck off from work for this. If my manager finds out before I get back, I'm so dead. Okay, a video game is not worth this.
Is this a video game?
Yeah, they're lining up for a video game.
Oh.
Hey, kid. It's like it's a parody of Dragon Quest, pretty much.
Lobster costume? What?
What's going on? Why are all these people here? You want one too? I'm really sorry, but they said I'd get the last one. It's stuck. What are you talking about? Huh? Are you lining up for RQ3? RQ3? Is that some kind of secret code? Yeah, it's a secret code for you to give me all your money. Give me your money.
Give me your money, old man.
Yeah, it's RQ3, the newest game in the Arakure series.
God, Kiryu
There was
can't
an
read
entire
fucking
year of
signs.
college while I was in medical school where I just wore a lobster costume as part of my everyday outfit. It was quite a warm experience.
Quest for the
Wait,
Quantum Quill?
What? 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 Why would you? I'm so confused. What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would?
I just wore a lobster
What?
costume as part of my everyday outfit.
What?
It was quite a war. Why though?
All right, don't. I'm so compelled to go and fix my mom. No, she's gonna drift back to place. It's gonna be fine. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
touch
fine.
it.
It's fine, Trix. It's okay.
Look, I got into the habit of fixing it like every time because I'm trying to be so profesh.
Yeah.
So letting her take her sweet ass time getting back in the place just is. I'm so impatient. I'm so impatient.
You'll get used to it. You get used to it. You just gotta not do it.
Joe, bring me a shirt. My jacket's too hot and I don't have clothes on.
Never heard of it. Oh man, you've never heard of RQ, Kiryu?
Look, there's a whole ass sign behind this kid, and he's just. Come on, man. Learn how to read. It's a good idea at the time. What?
Yeah, so people are actually lining up to buy a video game. What an amazing world we live in.
Were you trying to be more approachable? Like, oh, I'm a silly goober in the school. You can talk to me.
Yeah, it's the most popular game in Japan right now. I mean, it's not like the professors could stop him.
Right.
I went looking for it with pop-up, but they were sold out everywhere.
Trying to be more social.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I mean, I get it. I don't know if I'd agree with that particular...
Yeah, that particular approach. But, I mean, if it worked, it worked.
Like, sometimes you just gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't trying... Oh, you know what? That would work. That would 100%... Stay the fuck away from me. Don't talk to me. I'm weird.
Oh, I was not trying to...
Leave me alone.
No, I was not trying to be more... It just seemed like something I could do myself. Okay. So, it was just something you decided you wanted to do.
You're a fucking weirdo.
For no reason. Other than, I can do this thing.
Look, I'm being a weird old goober.
But then my friend told me this place was getting a new batch today, so I grabbed my allowance and ran all the way here. All $10. Remember when you could buy a video game for that much?
Shut up. Trying to make me feel old?
I made it just in time to get the last reservation ticket. I'm so happy. It's gonna be the best game ever made.
Can I make a prediction of where this is gonna go?
Yeah.
Some asshole douchebag adult is gonna come up, bully this kid, steal his ticket, and we're gonna have to get it back.
Close.
Okay.
This quest takes an interesting turn.
Alright.
Times are strange if it's this hard to buy a toy. Yeah, fuck you, Kiryu. Shut up.
It's a video game. You don't understand, you plebe. Just because you put glasses on, don't mean you're one of us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're fucking smart. Sorry to bug you, kid. Thanks for the info.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. The tea is making me very hot. And I'm wearing the jacket, the fleece jacket Joe got me, but I didn't wear anything under it, so I can't just take it off.
Gotcha.
I live with other people.
There was a week that I missed of school in high school where I just stood on a dirt road in full plate armor with a sword. That time I think I was just having a psychotic break from overstressing myself mentally and emotionally.
I mean, that sounds like something medical school would do to someone. Oh, we have an ad coming up. This is perfect timing.
Okay.
So,
yep.
I will be right back. What? How did my stream deck lose authentication with Discord? What the fuck? I was trying to mute.
Okay.
Did it work? Okay, I got it to work.
So hey, how's everybody doing? The ad didn't actually run, so I guess you're stuck here with me now. Everybody enjoying this riveting gameplay of Kiryu asking what the fuck a video game is? Playing like a dragon right now and beating people's asses with brawling? Yeah. I usually I kind of like the gun style because it's so just kind of funny. Like, you immediately, people come charging at you like, ha, we all have swords and spears, what are you gonna do? And then you're just like, gun. It has the least amount of style, but it is the funniest to use in a fight. And especially when you get the right kinds of special ammo. I am trying to find where I can buy new weapons. I do have a question. I got an Orochi. How do I use it? Oh, it's a sub-weapon. So essentially, you need to equip it to Ryoma, and then in Brawling Style, you can press the Brawling Style button again, and Ryoma will bring out the weapon. And also, just keep following the main quests, and it'll eventually lead you to a blacksmith shop, God King. And that's where you get your weapons. You essentially have to craft them. So keep all of your crafting supplies. All of them. Because you're going to need them. But yeah, any weapons like that Ryoma gets, that won't be a problem for me because I'm the kind of person who gathers all the things and then forgets to sell them. Yeah, no, you don't want to sell pretty much anything. I don't know why I'm so eepy today. I guess maybe I slept for too long last night. I went to I immediately went to bed around uh so I crawled into bed last night around 7:30 because I was just I wasn't feeling great and I was fucking exhausted beyond belief. So I kind of crawled into bed. I was zoning out watching YouTube videos before after I'd eaten dinner, and then I was just I tried to play Miles Morales for, I don't know, 10 minutes. How do you think the main character of the Yakuza series would react to meeting me? I ask you because you are the primary Yakuza player that I know of. Most Yakuza characters probably wouldn't acknowledge you very much, God King, unless you pick to fight with them. They're not people to get involved with anyone else unless they are directly in their space. Guess who's over caffeinated and had her D&D canceled? Now I have the zoomies.
Oh my god, I've been there.
Is it cat? Did I guess right? Do I get a prize?
You got a prize? I want a prize.
Do I get a prize? Do I get a prize, Cat?
I want a prize.
What's my prize?
I got a snack, so that's a good prize for me.
Yes. Your prize is this. Oh, I got the lickies.
Hold on, let me get in on that.
I do think it would be kind of funny to meet someone that looks like the dude from the primary Yakuza games when I was working as an actual Yakuza, because most of them initially thought I was a punk because I had blonde hair. Yeah, fair. Blonde hair isn't something that's very like common in Japanese culture. Most young men don't have blonde hair, and if they did have blonde hair, it's most of the time because they dyed it as like a form of rebellion.
Oh no, Cat's like us.
Cat got the
got
rock
too. No.
Hey, God King Pool found a Jasper.
Me, Sanity, and Astaroth all got fucking rocks. By the way, Sanity or Astaroth, if either one of you are here, can you give Cat a shout out, please? Alright, I'm back.
Good job.
I'm back.
Jasper, the sexiest gem from Steven Universe. Yo.
I know what God King's into now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Taking a peek in your fat folder, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, nothing wrong with big lady.
Well, if they're not gonna do it, I will.
Yeah. I am many things no one alive can comprehend my sexual preference. Are you kidding me?
The shoutouts still aren't working, guys. Well, you're safe for now, Cat. They weren't working yesterday at all either, and I got rated 3 times.
Hey, you could also mod me, and I could shout out Cat.
No, I mean, like, I tried to do it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
It was broken yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah, no, I know God King.
Hold on, let me try...
What about just the regular shout-out command?
Yeah, I'm gonna try... Ha-ha! 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 Alright, guys. Astaroth, Sanity, if you're listening,
Everyone hit that follow button.
Well, that too. Guys, if you need to do a shout-out, use the / for right now. Until I can figure out what the fuck the problem is. Unfortunately, I can't follow you, Cat, because I already follow you.
Yeah, and so do I. But that just means I need to make multiple accounts to also follow you again.
I think I am using Stream Elements for my commands. So no hugs, no shout-outs, no nothing. I don't know what the problem is. It's a damn good thing I'm about to switch bots.
Yeah. Anyways, back to questioning this kid about what the fuck video games are. Yep, bye, mister. I'm gonna get my game. Dad says when you play video games, you get all the bitches. I don't know what that means.
He's what, like 7? How old is this kid?
Yeah. Like probably like 7 or 8.
Dude, he looks a little young to be in line. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, again, this is the 80s, so it was a little bit of a different time. It's like, yes, little Timmy, go out until after dark. That's fine.
Alright, nothing happened after talking to kids, so like...
you gotta wait for the line to go down, and then you come back.
Oh, so we can, like, fuck off and go do what we were doing.
Yeah, you can fuck off and do other things, yes.
Alright, cool. I like fucking off.
Oh, except don't fuck off in that direction. Wait, do we have the guns?
I'm scared, though, Death. I don't want to risk it for a biscuit. I want the guns to be like in a necessity situation.
I don't think we have the guns.
No,
I think
not
Majima has all the guns.
Majima has the guns.
Yeah, we would have to find a different shop that sells weapons.
I don't know why I read Oklahoma and still thought about the Sweet Home Alabama song. I don't know. I'm having a day. Have I done
I
pocket
guess
racing yet?
Oklahoma
No,
might be that.
I have not done pocket racing yet.
Yeah, you'll get there. Ranked third in
All right, was
oh
it
God.
the biscuits?
I guess
not the biscuits.
So I guess we got to go to a different convenience store and find something more appropriate.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Ranked third in
Maybe
incest.
Maybe the one around the corner there. Other way. Other way.
Right here?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, the one right there.
Maybe so, because like I feel like he wouldn't have sent me too far. That wouldn't make any sense. You're ahead of Alabama in third and incest. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh,
Actually
no,
ahead
I'm
of
sorry.
Alabama. Oh God. Hello. Oh hey, it's that nice friendly girl who wants to learn how to be more confident or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we know it's not the biscuits. Probably not the squid yakisoba.
Probably. Only probably. No, it ain't fucking here.
There's a gift, nothing like that resembles a gift box. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Focus over the. Hold on. Go into the store menu again. There's something I want to check. Hover over that legendary drinkers item. Like, go down a little bit. Another natural make this supple. Oh, okay, I thought that might have been it.
No. I feel like it would spell it out for us.
Yeah, probably.
They did a study on the most searched term of porn websites in Oklahoma's was goth hospital. That is awfully specific.
Yeah, that is extremely specific. Okay, bring up the map. We gotta look for another convenience store. Maybe that one?
Like, go north?
Yeah, just run north.
Am I going north?
Yeah, you are in the proper direction, yes.
Alright.
Just keep running that way.
You know I can't map.
You really, like, me and Ark were talking about that the other day.
You leave me alone!
And he said we should put you and Apple in a contest to see who would get lost first.
Oh.
You absolutely would get lost first. Because I have seen Apple, at the very least, is able to navigate a map.
What's a map?
She would... Wrong way.
Is this not it?
No.
Is it around the corner?
Okay. Yes. You see the little
I'm
arrow
at the
thingy
yellow.
on the
I'm
map?
at the yellow. Okay. It's just the other
There
side.
you go. There you go.
Thank you for lurking, Trashy. I'm sorry
Hi,
my
Trashy.
commands aren't working. Sup, bro?
Alright, let's see. Does this have the fucking gift box?
Death, are you sure it's a convenience store?
Kiryu said the convenience stores would probably have it. Oh! There we go! Fuck yeah!
Fucking finally, bro! That took forever!
Yeah.
We will be end up in Uzbekistan from New Jersey. Honestly, I think that's a little impressive. I'm just saying.
Guiding Eero around oh god. Are they as bad at maps as Trix is, Cat?
I'm bad.
Like, Trix gets lost.
Oh, we got another side thingy.
So hard. Oh. I remember this one. Yikes.
I feel like he fell on purpose.
No, he didn't. Hey, you
He's
alright?
just that stupid? Because, oh my god, that was embarrassing.
Just watch. Figures I would bump into some swaggering punk. Oi, oi, you are an old man.
What?
Keep going. This isn't going to end well. Are you alright? No. What's the big idea, yo? I'm sorry, watch where you step, shit for brains. You're not hurt or anything, are you, asshole?
Hug
Alright,
the
if that's
building
how
until
you
it
want
says examine.
this to
That
play
might
out.
work for me. That might work for me, Death. Maybe I
Yeah.
should just hug the buildings.
Possibly. What? Eve? I'm so sorry. No, I mean, I'm in a rush. See? So, please get lost, you punk ass. So-and-so.
Okay, buddy. Oh.
And there he goes.
You wanted to drive to a friend's house that lived across state
What?
and ended up in Vermont? Bro. I
Kira's,
have not been in
Kira's just
Vermont.
like... Kira's just standing here like,
what
just
the
happened?
fuck, bro? Who the
Damned
fuck?
Yankee.
I have not been to Vermont.
Alright, time to go give him the gift box.
Yay. Your aunt lives there? Ooh.
Yay.
I feel like I would like Vermont. I haven't heard anything bad about Vermont. I haven't heard anything particularly amazing about it either, but, you know.
Oh no, goons! They've come to goon all over Kiryu! Catch! BAM!
Does that tickle your fancy, Death? Did I do it good?
You did good.
I did good.
You broke those men's spines and their spirits.
Oh. Oh. I hope they don't goon too hard. Are you kidding? Bro,
Oh no,
come
more
on!
goons! It's the same goons. Oh no! Trix, I figured it out. They're masochists.
Oh, they're into this. They're the ones who are gooning.
Yes.
Get up.
Okay. Get up. Here we go. You look a little salty, bro.
I just turned you into escargot, bro.
Ah, oh god, salt.
Aha, aha, aha. I assaulted him. You've been assaulted.
Good job, Trix. Here's a cookie.
Owie. Oh, what in the fuck your wrestling move was that? How, Jesus. I assaulted everybody and now I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
And then you just kicked him in the face. There we go.
I mean, I guess that works.
Alright, now talk. Oh, the cookies can come in use now.
Oh yeah, let me eat my cookies.
You ate the gift box.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Oh, thank God. Okay.
I
thought that was the gift box.
No, I'm not that dumb.
I was about to have a fucking panic
I'm not
attack.
that dumb. The air smells nice. Maple syrup. I do like maple syrup. What is it?
Well,
Diet Canada?
This is the Sugata building. Hey, Trix, guess how we're gonna solve this?
Violence.
Oh, how'd you guess?
That's all we do in this game.
Yeah.
That's all we do is beat the shit out of dudes.
Like literally before this, they were like, blah, 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 business. Gotta sit on the right side of the table for the big business meeting and hand your business card in the exact proper way. And then, like, we're like, oh, man, this is so boring. I can't even punch people in the face.
I am resetting because I want to sit further back from the camera.
Okay.
Excuse me, are you in, Suji-san? We're here on behalf of Yamayo-san. We're with Tachibana Real Estate. Tachibana Real Estate? Here, it's not much, but enjoy it with our compliments.
I also give out business cards.
Hey! You said you could come in here.
I'm a professional after all.
Oh, shit, he's made a nice little space.
Oh my god, he just straight up lives there now.
Yeah. This place is... You're gonna have your work cut out for you cleaning this all up so you can move out.
Oh my god, he's so fucking snarky. What happened to all the courtesy?
Move out? What are you talking about? I'm not going anywhere. Well, you can pretend, but this building is Yamato-san's now that he bought the place. And your outstaying your welcome isn't doing him any favors. Civil Code, Article 395. Coming. If you're in real estate, do your homework. In the case of mortgage property, short-term rental tenants are legally protected from the mortgagee's demands.
Alright, hold on, Death. I want to lay back. My back hurts.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna lean up, and now I should look okay.
In other words, the law's on my side in all this. You want to take this to court?
How about we take it to the hospital where you're gonna end up? Let's not be so obstinate, huh? If you agree to move out, we'd be happy to cover your expenses. My firm can point you to a new location quite similar to this one. Hey, I happen to like it here, and I don't take kindly to you think you can throw money at me to make me go away.
Honestly, though, that sounds like a really fucking good deal.
Says the squatter who's only in it for a relocation payment. What's all this squatter talk about? Are you slighting baseline accusations at me? Come on, Tsuchi-san, let's drop the act. The new ogre's eager to bundle up this rat's nest and flip it for a tidy profit. That sounds like his problem, not mine. I'm done talking to you errand boys. You bring the owner here to talk to me, eh? Then why don't you bring out the Yakuza you work for? Yakuza? I don't know what you're even talking about. I told you not to bother with your piss-poor performance. Don't think for a second you're anything more than a warm body to park in this shithole. I'm sure they don't. The hell do you say? The owner's got better things to do than meet with the likes of you. Go on, pass the word along to your Yakuza handlers. Tachibana Real Estate's holding this case. Talking awful big game for a fucking real estate agent. Yeah, do you see how he's built like a brick shithouse?
Right?
He'll break you in half, dude.
Yeah, this dude scares me. I don't know if I'd fuck with him.
Yeah. He wields fucking solid iron tonfas.
Get wrecked, son.
Yeah, you don't fuck with someone like that. Yeah, awfully rough negotiations there. You forgot your precious business etiquette back at the coffee shop.
For real. Call his ass out.
There's a time and place for everything. Besides, that squatter trash Trixie isn't the one we're actually dealing with here. Step one is to bring them to the table. Oh, so he was just sending a message.
Yeah.
Them, meaning the Yakuza backing him. Yep. Now you get it, Kiryu. Yep. End of the day, they're in this for the money. Once we can get past the pretenses, we should both be eager to get this deal done. Yo, lo and behold. Right on cue. What do you guys want? Not the sharpest knife, are you, Kiryu-kun? Say hello to our real negotiation partners. More punctual than I expected. You two with Tachibana Real Estate, I hold you here on your Mile-san's behalf.
Oh, thank you for
And who
the
might you
sub.
be?
Cat, you got a sub.
Yay! Cat got a sub. No more ads.
Woohoo!
We'd be happy to have a little chat with him. He'll be packed up and moved out in no time.
Sanity! Thank you!
Yay! Now God King pull. Sure, and how much are you asking for the pleasure of your negotiations? straight to business. That's Camarocho Realty for ya.
The people, they're like, nope.
7 mil should cover it. Sell a building that size, you're looking at 100 million in profit. 7's downright reasonable, wouldn't you say? Guy parks himself in a room for a few days and you're quoting 7 million? Seems like got a lot of easy money. We're both making easy money here, aren't we? These days, you real estate fat cats tripping over your piles of cash. Doesn't mean we're sharing any of it with you, and yet you're still going to go chat with our squatter friend. Huh? And how exactly do you figure that? Oh, by force, of course.
Oh boy.
Isn't that right, Kiryu-kun?
Bro's like, huh?
Oh, Oda, was this your plan from the start?
Like, bro.
Like, dude, get your own hands dirty. Fuck you.
Right. What do you think we are? A hand for hire?
Pretty much. Why, is this too overwhelming for a rookie's first day on the job? Nah, shouldn't be a problem. Kiryu, fucking say something. Say, nah, man, get your ass in here. What the fuck?
Set some fucking boundaries, Kiryu.
Amateurs dicking me around. I'm adding a fee to that previous quote for wasting my time. Yeah, we're adding a fee to our ass kicking. You are gonna pay us 5 million yen for each punch we throw at you.
Yeah.
That brings us up to 10 million yen. Now get his ass, boys. Oh, Oda is actually helping us.
Oh, okay.
Good. Where's the fucking police, by the way?
Right, where are the police?
Oh shit! That guy is dead. His neck is broken. Congratulations, sir. You have won a new bike.
Get up.
Unfortunately, it is broken. Someone comes out like a few minutes later and like, what the hell happened to my bike?
What happened to my bike? Right? I'm still stumped on the amount of, like, collateral damage that goes down and nobody says anything.
Yeah, it's Kamurocho. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm gonna remember you two smug-ass faces. Oh, yeah, have fun remembering it with the fucking concussion.
Told
you.
Oh, Trashy also got to shoot up.
Yeah,
So much
no
love.
ads for Trashy.
So much love. Some
Yes.
love.
Oh, hey, it's that Elvis Presley looking fuck.
Thank you, Sanity. You're the sweetest.
Too late to unfuck
Sweetest
yourselves now.
bean.
You made the wrong enemies. All you can do now is wait for death. We're gonna run like pussies now. Kamaracho's got more Yakuza than freaking stars in the sky. We had to bump into Dojima's main goons. That certainly makes things messier.
We're the cleanup crew, I guess.
Of course, the moment we started going after the empty lot, we were bound to butt heads with them anyway. This could serve as a friendly greeting between our two organizations,
Oh,
huh?
yes. Such a
Friendly
kind...
greeting? That man is super dead on the ground.
Oh, boy. Is this the squatter?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's our favorite squatter, Suji-san. Yeah. Oh, hey. You're still eager to stick around up there. I'm happy to continue our conversation where we left off. Yeah, no, that's... You're back up as well. You can see for yourself. Can I make a stand by your lonesome, Suji-san? No, sir. Would dream of it. Oh, good. Then be out of that room tonight. If he finds you there tomorrow morning, there's no telling what Kiryu-kun here might do.
Don't forget the convection box. I had to
Yeah.
go out of my way to get that.
I'll be out tonight, and I'm sorry for the trouble. Be my pants. I'm gonna run away now.
He's just
So this
pissing
is how
himself.
you do business. Yeah. It's not all me. Everything I know, I learned from the boss.
Really? How was
yes,
it for
Oda-san.
you?
Step 1 of your orientation. Threaten everyone until you get your way.
I love how he asked, "How was it for you?" Like we just had sex. Was it good for you?
Kiryu just turns to him and says, I've had better.
I've had better.
After we land the empty lot, I honestly haven't thought that far away ahead. Fair enough. Back to the present, what do we do next? Right. We chased off our squatter, now let's have you go report to the old man Yamato. Once that's done, come meet me at Serena, the place near here on Takichi Street.
We got an ad coming up, guys.
Serena? What is it?
A bar.
Just a cozy little bar.
Ooh,
Relax.
chat, you want drinks?
This time it's pleasure, not business. I figured we'd have a little post-work drink to celebrate. My treat. Okay. You know what? Surprisingly generous of you.
Right.
Sure is. In return, you're giving Yamano-san a solo report.
What?
He's a hardcore bowler. Got his own
Hi,
ball, the
Nix.
whole shebang. I'd head to Mock Bowl. You'll probably find him there. Hi, Nix.
Lapis, so pretty.
I guess the rock curse is broken.
I guess
It was
so.
only you three.
And Cat.
Yeah, and Cat.
For some reason. I guess it just doesn't like Cat. Where we go? What are we doing?
You just gotta go to Mock Bowl, which is left. And then left again.
All these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. Right. Mono-san's just up ahead. Oh, okay. Cutscene time. This old geezer Yamato-tan's too stubborn for his own good. Barely any properties left to his name, and the old cuss still won't back down, even with all the encouragement we've given him.
All these circles make a square. Sandy, no.
You said it. I'm hoping a few bruised ribs will serve as a reminder for the next time he forgets his place.
They're trying to beat up this
Out of
old
the game,
man.
we'll have the entire patch of the city to yourself, Shirada-san. It's not hard to see why people call you the Leisure King.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they are gonna try.
What
There's-
the fuck?
okay.
My knees hurt.
So
It's
you're
raining.
about to come across one of the bigger mini games in this game.
Oh yeah? Is it bowling?
Yeah. No,
Aw.
but that is a thing you can do.
Aw.
Leisure King, 5 billionaires.
Aw. It's already made of bones. Bruising his ribs is easier. Stop. All my joints hurt because it fucking rained today.
Ugh. Asshole. What the hell are you standing there for?
Yeah, we're the asshole. You're talking about beating the shit out of an old man.
Easy, bucko. It's no problem. I've already hit my quota on beatdowns for the days. My fist could use a break after the last session. Besides, the magnanimous type. I'll let you off the hook this time, buddy. It's like they say, the hungry fight, the wealthy forgive.
Water from the sky? Impossible. Inconceivable.
Yeah. Quite the mean mug you've got, friend. So long, and don't ever stand in my way again.
I'm mad at your
Let's roll.
leopard pants. What are you, a yoga mom?
You'll get to beat the shit out of his leopard pants.
Good.
And 4 other assholes. Who the hell was that? His little pet called him the Leisure King with a straight face.
Cringe.
They had definitely mentioned, and I don't like what I heard. I need to check on him right away.
Right, we can't have you beating the
Alright.
shit out of our old friend.
Alright. Yeah, go straight.
Do, 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 do,
Next
do,
left.
do, do. Bowling pin. Is that pachinko behind us? I like pachinko.
Mono-san. Hey, you alright? Yeah, Kiryu-san! Did you have any trouble getting that
Sir,
unit cleared
There
out?
are bigger problems right now.
Yeah. It's handled. Forget that. Are you okay? You need me to get you to a doctor? No! I'm alright. Just dying. Can you help me to the Sugugita building? Of course.
Yeah, of course. We'll help you, old man. Who lives here? Ugh.
It's that squatter.
Oh, we're back at the... Okay, never mind.
Sorry to trouble you, I appreciate the help, and it sounds like you resolved the matter with the squatter, too. Now excuse me while I squat and take my 6-month dump.
Stop! Yeah!
Yes, thank you. If really nothing too severe. Ooh, that's tender. Don't laugh.
That's... What's tender?
There's a group of men looking to drive me out of business. They've been refusing their demands for some time, and this is what it's brought me.
That's not a ha-ha.
This group of guys who have it out for you, they're not related to someone called the Leisure King, are they?
Like, how'd you know?
What? Kiryu-san, where did you hear that?
I had a little run-in with the guy on my way to see you. He was talking about driving you out, beating you down, rough stuff. I just put 2 and 2 together. It
We're
makes 4.
smart.
I am a smart boy.
Kiryu is smart with his glasses.
What's his deal? Who is this guy?
The Leisure King is a tycoon who made his fortune running pachinko parlors and other attractions.
Pachinko.
Now he's one of the 5 billionaires.
What the X? To doubt? Sir.
5 billionaires?
A group of 5 men. Between them, it said they moved more money around Kamurocho than anyone else.
Even the Yakuza?
Possibly.
There's the Leisure King, the Pleasure King, the Electronics King, the Gambling King, and the Media King. They've been snatching up every property in Kamurocho they can.
Sounds like a problem.
And with their overwhelming capital can't seal a deal, they use violence and extortion through the thugs they've bought.
How do I not know about these guys? This is all new to me.
A lot of them slice Kamurocho into 5 areas, each domain claimed by its respective king.
Uh-oh.
The Leisure King has it out for my business because I'm an obstacle to him completing his monopoly of the Tenkichi Street area. I have a few key holdings in the area, you see. He's eager to take them from me, so he's made a show of force.
Got it. So it's not you they care about, it's your properties. Why go that far, though? Why do they need all these buildings for?
Uh-huh. Sussy. Sus!
Because we're in a fucking market?
For profit. In a word, to play their little money game. In this bizarre boom economy we're in, every property you flip nets major profit. Money's growing on trees, especially here in Asia's big pleasure districts.
Can I have that video game console, though? Can I have that?
Yeah.
Can
I take that?
Can I have that?
Those 5 are prepared to play. Yeah, properties are chess pieces, huh?
What about the hard-working people on the board trying to live their lives in peace?
Man, fuck them people.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Who cares?
They're NPCs, who cares?
Yeah, we want money.
I agree, of course, but those 5 give no thought to anyone but their own bottom line. The lives of their tenants and the state of Kamurocho don't factor in at all. Their games have already ruined the lives of so many. I want to stop them, if such a thing is even possible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, me and my old man energy can't handle it. I need you, Kiryu. You and your young DILF energy.
Oh my god. Kiryu's a
Kamurocho-
DILF? Is this where we're at?
Yeah, I mean, he was born a DILF. He just came out like this.
We just gonna call Kiryu Daddy from now on? Daddy?
Absolutely.
Daddy?
Yeah, no, you show him you show Daddy Kiryu proper respect.
Alright, so
okay?
Kiryu's daddy is Majima Kitten.
No, Majima is also daddy.
Why? No, it
But
can
you
be...
need to say daddy harder when you refer to Majima. And I don't mean like the phrase daddy harder. I mean as in you have to say the word daddy harder.
No, I want to say daddy harder. Harder, daddy. Harder.
I mean, as long as you emphasize the word daddy more with Majima, you're good.
Daddy. That good enough?
Yeah, that works.
Is that Majima worthy?
Yes, it is. Also, Kat would probably kill me if I didn't tell you to do that.
Daddy is here! Panya, hi!
Huh?
Maybe just one thing.
And what's that?
This giant bottle of lube I have. Kiryu-san,
you.
it's you. What? You
Yep,
have the physical
yep,
strength to
Yep,
match their
he
goons.
basically said what you said.
You also have the personal skills to minimize loss and resolve conflict. Take the matter with the squatter. You solved a problem I couldn't handle in no time flat.
Thank you so much for the sub! Pass me the loot. Oh, God.
It's possible we might just be able to take a stand against them.
What brand you want? KY,
Okay, so-
Astroglide, what do you want?
Okay, Trick. So basically, he's saying like, "Hey, do you want to help me take down the 5 billionaires of Kamurocho and save the real estate market of Kamurocho? It's the
Wonderful.
longest side quest in the game, and also takes 50 hours to complete.
Jesus Christ.
And it's also the only way you can get your ultimate style."
I don't know, Death. That sounds like a lot of work.
It's all passive. It's all literally just passive.
That's like... Nobody else could do this. Just me. Only me.
Yeah, only Kiryu.
Only Daddy.
Because-
Okay.
Because only Daddy Kiryu could do it.
Only
Because
Daddy.
once you like completely buy out a district,
Panda, you're gonna
one of
take care of
the-
it? You should.
one
You
of the
should.
billionaires will come out and try and beat the shit out of you.
And then we beat the shit out of them, and then yay,
Yeah.
it's one guy down, yay.
And then they're like, "Oh, I guess you can have this district, and I'm defeated by."
Bro,
Anyways, can I
that's-
join your real estate firm? And then Kiryu's like, "Yeah, sure, I don't care."
My guy, this sounds like a game in itself.
Also, this guy also knows Kazuma-san.
Oh.
So Kiryu's like, "Wait, you know Kazuma-san? Fuck, I wasn't down before, but now I am."
Or are you you're taking care of this 50-hour-long side quest. Have fun.
Yeah, you're taking care of the entire real estate minigame, Sanity.
Good job. Thanks for volunteering. Appreciate that, man.
He was kind enough to share your story with me. Under the conditions, it remains strictly confidential, of course.
Which means Tachibana has already signed off on this crazy proposal of yours.
Oh, so now we're just in on the game. I see.
Yeah.
Now
And
we're
like
in
I said,
it.
it's all passive. You set stuff up, and then your wealth builds, and then you come and collect it and use it to buy more.
You'll fuck it up so I can't play this save ever. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to Death? I mean, no. Never
Sanity,
mind. Don't
that's-
answer that question.
Sanity, that's actually impossible. That's actually literally impossible.
Really, you can't fuck this game up. Is this why you told me I
No.
could play it? You were like,
Well-
you can't hurt yourself in this game.
Well, no, I mean, like, because of the bubble economy and because the minigame represents the bubble economy, literally you could put the worst advisors on every, like, you could put the worst advisors in security at every, like, property point, and it would still generate money.
That's crazy. You
Yeah,
want
it's
to bet?
impossible to fuck this up.
Sanity's place a bet.
Sanity, I have literally tried to fuck this up. You can't.
Can't fuck it up. Look, it's dummy proof for people like me. I'm out of tissues, guys. I'm very sad about it. I might have to get more tissues tomorrow. I gotta do a lot of work tomorrow. Who wants to hang out with me while I work? But you can't look at what I'm working on because That's spoilers.
No, I will
Coding!
because coding.
That's cheating. Cheating.
Okay, like unless you can
Cheater,
like
cheater,
go
pumpkin
in to
eater.
make it suck money out of your wallet, then no. No, you can't do that.
I could suck money out of your wallet. I'm sorry. What was I
I
saying?
mean, no, you could.
I am a vacuum cleaner. give me your wallet. It's just-
Don't say you're a vacuum cleaner. Some people have used vacuum cleaners.
Death, I'm way better than a vacuum cleaner. Ask Joe. Just ask Joe.
Has Joe made that comparison?
Honestly, I don't. Joe, have you ever used a vacuum cleaner? Where is he? I think he went to take a nap. He napped all day. I don't want to start over. Starting over would be a lot. That's
Yeah, Sanity,
so bad.
don't. That would just be mean.
And why would you be mean to me? Why would
That's not the funny consequence bullying. That's just bullying.
It's just
That's just
mean
actual bullying.
You're just being
Yeah.
mean now. You hurt my
Yeah.
feefies.
Yeah, that's just actual bullying,
Yeah,
Sanity. That's
yeah.
a lovable, funny bullying.
It's gonna
That's
upsetty my
like
spaghetti.
actual. Yeah, that's actual bullying.
That's what spiteful siblings do to each other when they're young. They delete each other's save files.
It makes Death here longer so I can bully him. I mean, you're not
Oh
really doing
my
anything to
God.
me specifically.
There
And also,
are other games, Sanity.
yeah, if anything, that would be nothing to me.
You'd
I'd
be like,
"Oh,
yay!
we have more Yakuza, yay!" And then Trix would have to start. If anything, that would break Trix more than anything.
You're punishing me.
Yeah. Yeah, Sanity, your whole thing backfired. I'm sorry. You can't bully me here.
You're bullying me now. You're bullying me.
That's not the way you do it.
You bully me.
Punishing Trix with Death's presence. God. Secretary, didn't know you had one.
The old man's got a secretary. I want a secretary.
Yeah. Well, now she's gonna be your secretary.
Oh.
She's quite the
Aw.
charmer, and I think you'll agree, Kiryu-san.
She's not going to be my real life secretary. I'm sad.
Stick your wick in her. I could use some grandchildren.
Oh, man. Calm down.
Yeah.
Wait, is this going to
Look,
be
I'm
his
kid-
daughter?
I think it's his granddaughter. I can't really. It's been a while since I've played Yakuza 0,
Oh, Lord.
so I can't remember if it is, but I think it might be.
Oh, my God.
So can I ask you to step out for a bit while I get the office put together? It shouldn't take too long. We're gonna use the squatter's room. Ignore the smell of piss.
Right? I still want the game console. Like, I feel like
Hey.
I've earned that.
Yeah.
I don't ask for a lot. Just...
Kleena, I should go for a stroll, then check back in later. I mean, Oda did say he wanted to drink with us at Serena, so let's go check it out.
We're gonna go have the alcohol.
Oh, you should probably bring up the map so you can see where Serena is.
Alcohol.
Yeah, it's in the lower parts, actually.
Wow, they didn't give me a fucking dot this time.
Oh, yeah.
Rude.
I guess we can actually just walk around. Okay, so I guess we can just activate one of the side quests. Go towards any of the exclamation marks.
Alcohol. Alcohol. I have a lot more of appreciation for alcohol now.
Yeah.
There's a thing here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's him!
Look, you just said
Chow.
you just said go to an exclamation point. I did what you told me to do.
No, I'm not blaming you. It's just you remember the TV director?
Oh God.
It's been a while. Are you still making shows that bring hopes and dreams to people's lives? Oh, this is good. This is about to get so much weirder, Tricks.
Oh no.
Oh, ho, ho. Easy for you to say, big Mr. Producer.
Stop snapping your fingers at me, it's cringe.
Listen, I got a chance here to drive viewers bananas, not just in Japan, but all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
How do you figure? You're a real producer after all, Kiryu-chan. The chance to whip the whole world in a frenzy got your attention?
Not really, but you're gonna keep talking anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, he's not gonna shut up either way. You know, I'm just an amateur, but okay. I'm willing to listen to your fairy tale. What's going to drive the world crazy? The crazy thing is no fairy tale at all. What?
Nani?
Is this enough of a hint for you?
Is it a sci-fi?
Watch. Woo!
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Okay!
I don't know. Maybe if you grab your crotch, Trix will recognize it.
Is it prawn?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Who is known for a famous dance move where they grab their crotch?
Oh, was that Michael? Is this a Michael Jackson reference?
Oh, it is.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yes, Trix. Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, chat. I'm gonna do the moonwalk, I guess.
What was that all about?
Death did what?
I guess I had a dance move where I just grabbed my crotch.
You do that?
I mean, I guess since Sanity said it, sure.
Sure. Sandy says it makes it true.
Yeah. Kiryu-chan, don't tell me you don't know who Miracle Johnson is.
This is
Keep
cringe.
going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Miracle Johnson? Oh, I get it now. I just heard about him. He's some kind of singer, right?
Cringe.
Seriously? Kiryu, baby, are you telling me you ain't heard of the pop star prince until today? He's world famous.
Who talks like that?
Famous to the world, maybe, but this is Kamurocho, Japan. Why should that matter? Because that's part of the world, Kiryu?
Oh.
Kamurocho is part of the world. Fine. It's not important. They love you.
Oh my god, Kiryu, you are a dumb baby. I want to give him pets.
Basically, Miracle is in Japan to shoot his new music video, but, and this is strictly hush-hush, there's been a little problemo holding up the old El Shuto. You catch my drift?
What did you do to
catch your
this man?
racist attempt at speaking Spanish, but sure. Yeah, you're saying there's a problem. Yeah, and I'm convinced there's only one man capable of solving that problem.
Me.
That's you,
Me.
Kiryu-chan. I've been looking for you everywhere.
You weren't doing a very good job then.
I can't go into details because it's top secret mission, but will you help? Let's set the world ablaze. You and me.
How the fuck am I supposed to help in this situation? Fine. We haven't done a
Just
side
do it.
quest in a while.
Fine, let's hear it.
Stop stabbing.
Now you're talking. That's what makes you an ace producer.
Absolutely not.
So what's the problem? It's the superstar himself, actually. Miracle's refusing to perform until his demands are met. We're at a standstill.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so he's a diva. Cool. Can I just punch him in the face and...
Right. Can we
and we get
just
this
move
done?
on?
Yeah. What, is the guy being a diva? I've just literally fucking said that, Kiryu.
He's sharing a brain cell with you, Death.
Not really, no. He's just really insistent on doing the music video especially right. And he won't compromise.
Won't compromise.
Yeah, I kind of stuttered there.
It's fine.
Yeah, Look, doing voices is hard sometimes.
I know it is. I get tongue-tied too, especially when I'm reading a lot of dialogue all at once.
Well, I also do hand motions when I'm doing voices because it helps get me into the setting.
Death, you need a live 2D model. People need to be able to see this.
I do. I wish I had enough money to afford that.
Valid.
What is this music video about?
Sucking my dick. Sorry.
To be honest, I don't really get it. Apparently, it involves Miracle dancing his way through a horde of attacking zombies.
Is this Thriller?
I was just about to ask if you knew what this was in reference to.
This is Thriller.
Yep, this is Thriller. Yeah, we're gonna help them make the Thriller music video by beating the shit out of zombies.
We sang Thriller in choir.
Zombies? Yeah, but if they were to really attack, he could get hurt. So we told the extras to take it easy when they swarm him. But Miracle got wind of that and blew his stack. He says the zombies have to attack like they mean it. Otherwise, the action won't feel real.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So he's refusing to do it. There's a lot
That's my
get.
question.
Like, how can a zombie video feel real to begin?
Exactly.
How can it feel real to begin with?
Dude, come on.
Who knows? These Westerners, man, they're so crazy. What with their Marvel Cinematic Universes and their needing to make a cinematic universe out of fucking everything, I guess.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
What's wrong with
Oh
Marvel?
shit! Did Kato just call out all of Hollywood?
What's wrong with the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
It just went on for too long.
You're not wrong. I feel like it kind of
Yeah.
overstayed its welcome.
But this is gonna be a surefire hit if it happens.
Well, I understand the problem now. What I don't get is how I fit into this picture.
Oh, God. This is going to be the ridiculous part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
knew it.
man.
I knew it. I knew it.
Miracle's safe from the zombies, baby.
Oh my god, I get to beat the shit out of extras for... Oh my
Yep.
god, this is stupid.
You
This
get-
is stupid!
Congratulations, Trix. You get to beat the shit out of unpaid or underpaid fucking music
No.
video interns.
Don't like this!
You want me to protect him? Yeah, and for the sake of realisms, the zombies are gonna go all out to attack Miracle. Try to eat him and everything, but we don't. We can't let the pop star prince get hurt.
How is this gonna look good? We're gonna be, like, in the way. Like, we're gonna be, like, in the frame. Like, this
Yeah.
is stupid.
Yeah, this is entirely stupid, but it somehow works.
That's where you come in, my old friend.
This isn't gonna
I've
work.
known you
No.
for a total of 20 minutes, dude.
Right? Like, we met each other once.
Sounds like a strange gig, but it seems simple enough.
Of course. Isn't it just the perfect job for you? Doesn't require any thinking, just punch people.
God, that is such... That's such a Kiryu thing, though.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I can do that. I can beat the shit out of people.
No brain cell, only punch.
All right. Ready to meet the director and Miracle Johnson?
God, no. No.
Because they're going to make another fucking reference.
I finally got the man for the job.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's you, Peppy. Sorry to keep you waiting. Introducing the powerhouse producer with the biggest brains, bronze, and balls in modern mass media, here's Kiryu-chan.
Oh, my God. Do not introduce me like that.
I'm Cosmo Kiryu. Good to meet you. Oh, so you're the famous Mr. Kiryu. I was told you have an extraordinary cool aura. I see it's true.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Guess who this is?
Oh, my
I'm
God.
Mr. Spinning, the director. Welcome to our team, Mr. Kiryu.
Spinning. Really? That's what we're going with?
Tricks, Steven Spinning. Can you guess who it is? Can you guess? Was the hint subtle enough?
Death, please. Death, please.
Oh, Mr. Kiryu,
Ah!
I should also introduce you my PA Lewis.
Ow!
He's on the team. Holy fuck!
I don't like his face. Turn away. Don't quit looking at
I
me.
forgot how they modeled him. I see you've got some of the people from the fucking underground.
No. He looks like a mole man. What is this?
Yeah. It's one of the mole men. He came to the surface to overtake the world, but found out that was stupid and joined as a PA.
I'm uncomfortable.
He took the name Lewis.
No, don't look at me.
Welcome to the family.
Stop looking at me.
I shall consume your liver.
He doesn't look like a human. What is
Your son, let me eat your liver.
I'm sorry, I need a minute. Who signed off on this? Who did this? I want names.
I want you to remember, someone animated this, and then the director said, "Yes, love it, keep it exactly like that." I would love it if Kiryu just looked up and was like, "Good to me." Holy fuck! What happened to your face?
Oh my god, help me.
Sorry, everyone. Trix is currently dying.
Oh god. Oh, he's.
I forgot about that. I had honestly forgotten about that until this moment, and now I'm getting war flashbacks.
It's so jarring. Why did they do?
Like, it's just
look.
I feel like they tried to make the eyes as hyper realistic as possible,
I can't breathe.
and then like when you look at it, it just looks wrong.
Oh my god, no! Like, cause like the other models, like sometimes when they talk, it's a little off. Cause like that happens sometimes. Whoa. This guy should not have existed.
Like the animator was like the modeler for it like modeled their eyes, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm putting everything into this. I'm gonna make this the best looking character." And then he noticed it was like 5 minutes till his lunch break, and he was like, fuck the rest.
Oh, we're on an ad break. I'm gonna go get some water and a tissue because my face is soaked. I laughed so hard I cried. Oh, that was bad. What? Who did this to this poor man?
Yo, you need to get a clip of his face and turn that into Redeem somehow.
Oh my god. No. I'm not trying to traumatize people, Death.
Yeah, it'll just be called Louis Sincere, and it'll be that clip of me going, "Son, let me eat your liver."
Cuz like the director, it's not great, but like, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it. And then this guy shows up, and I'm like, is this a racist caricature of a white man? Is this how they see us?
Possibly.
I'm not even offended. I'm just like, I'm just horrified.
God. Wait till you see Miracle Jackson.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Oh, it gets so much worse.
In their defense, he did kind of look weird to begin with. After all the surgery he went through, he did kind of stop looking like a person.
Yeah, he looked like Gollum.
He kind of did. I'm not talking about his skin color. That happens. You know, whether he did it to himself or if, you know, his disease was that extreme, whatever.
No,
that's
the plastic surgery made him look like Gollum.
The plastic surgery was a touch much.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I could have seen Michael Jackson on a botched episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get my water. Holy balls.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up for a sec.
Yeah, stand up. Get a good stretch, because we're gonna have to stare at his face again.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna have to look at it again. And I need to be prepared.
I say, oh god, but chat, I don't think God can help us now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are all the fucking lights on?
I wonder, we need to get Joe in here. He needs to see this face too.
Oh, holy Jesus.
Oh god, I can't believe I forgot about that one. I cannot believe I forgot about that. Oh, it's been so long since I actually played this game, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't replay it for this, because then I could experience these things again that I had forgotten. Oh fuck!
Oh my god, that's nightmare fuel.
Is Joe awake? I need to hear his reaction to this.
He is dead ass sleep. He took a nap.
Oh, okay. Ah, damn.
He doesn't have to work today. He just went to bed.
You need to show them. You need to show him this later and like ask for. I need to know what his reaction is to it.
Oh my god, I didn't know we were playing a horror game.
Yeah.
Look, you all know I'm sensitive to those. You gotta warn me.
So, Kiryu-chan, is this blowing your mind or what?
Oh.
I'm sure you already know, but just in case.
My mind is blown, my guy.
Oh, yeah. You
broke me.
This man here is none other than the director of the massive worldwide smash hit movie Indiana Jeans.
Indian jeans.
Indian Jeans, yep. Indian
Did
Indian
it star
Jeans.
the best genist from My Hero Academia? Oh, sorry.
No, but
You know what?
it does star Schmerish and Schmord. India what? He's like, I would love it if Kiryu like just said like, are you guys
No.
talking about Indiana Jones? He's like, and then the director's like,
Shut the fuck up!
RGG didn't get copyright for that. You're breaking my balls here,
Honestly,
Kiryu-chan. Are
that
you
would
a
be really
hermit?
funny.
How do you not know this man's films?
Dude, he beats
Oh.
people up for a living. He doesn't have time for
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, he literally just walks down the street and people pick fights with him all the time. Sorry. Ah, yes, I see. A person with no knowledge of my film choreography. He's perfect.
He kind of looks lifeless. He looks like a
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah, he looks like one of those weird mannequin. Oh god, no, not again.
I spit out my peach!
It's like did they have some sort of telepathic communication? He just looks at Lewis and all of a sudden he hears in his mind.
I've got it. I know what's happening here. They're aliens.
Yeah. Mr. Kiryu, perhaps you're more of a sci-fi guy.
Oh god.
Oh, right, Kiryu-chan, even you have to know this one. A.T., you know, the one about the boy who rides an alien on a unicycle over the moon?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, God. Sure, I guess I might have heard about it.
Kiryu lives under a fucking rock.
Yeah. Yeah, see? I knew even you had to know. Mr. Spinning is an amazing director, right, Kiryu-chan? Right? Right? Please say yes! My job is depending on this! Yeah, amazing. yeah, yeah. I like the part with the alien in it. It's no big deal, honestly, though it was #1 at the box office worldwide. Have I mentioned that my dick is at least 6 inches soft?
Why are his eyes so wide right now?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
go!
fuck. Could you give us a warning, please?
Please! Please, he's so jarring. I hate it.
Yeah. So, Mr. Spinning, with you at the helm of this music video, are we anticipating another worldwide hit?
Why the fuck would they hire a movie director to do a music video?
I don't fucking know, Trix. They're just making references now. Absolutely! The fans all over the world are waiting for this one.
Oh my god, he does not look real. That face!
Insert quarter to continue this phrase.
Listen, I thought my PNG was jarring because all it does is stare and blink at people, but...
My fucking Discord PNG is more animated than this guy is. Like, you can hear the gears turning as his mouth moves. I don't want to waste any more time, but I need to confirm one thing before I describe your mission. Is that okay?
He's a robot and the other guy is a fucking alien.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Sure, I believe you're a human. Very good. And my next question. We're here to film Miracle Johnson's latest music video. Do you understand what that means?
Have you seen Don Da Don yet?
I have not.
Oh my god, Death, you have to watch Don Da Don because I want to compare this guy to the aliens in that.
Okay. The whole world's going to be watching. Clever boy, but that's only half of it. The full answer is that this is the most exciting music video ever made. Failure to achieve that is unacceptable. Activating laser vision.
Sanity, please. Thong, da da thong.
Oh, fuck, stop.
That's like Toad from the X-Men, please. No
Yeah.
more.
No fails here, yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot the voice.
Here, or I will eat your spleen.
Even he looks flabbergasted. He's like,
It was like, Kiri, believe him, he's already eaten several of my toes. Well, that's heavy. You have to hand it to Hollywood. They work on a scale we can only dream of. Don't you agree, Kiryu-chan? Yeah. I have stopped giving a shit.
he really has. He's given 1 or 2 word answers like ever since we got here. It's huge.
Like, Kiryu,
It's
I need
huge.
you to take this seriously. This could make or break my entire career. My literal life is riding on the line of this. Will you fucking take this seriously?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Just tell me when I need to
Okay.
punch someone.
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Good, I'm glad you get the picture.
It's a deadpan stare.
Anyways, Mr. Johnson is letting you into the room, and will eat anyone who obstructs him.
I hate this guy so
Oh, good. Sounds like Miracle Johnson's about to join us. Let me introduce him to you.
What is with this
Oh
face?
my god, he's cross-eyed. Holy fuck. Do you see that, Trixie?
I'm gonna pee myself. What the fuck are we playing, bro? What the fuck is this?
Fuck? Holy fuck! Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot right now. F12. Just take the screenshot.
I can't breathe. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. My abs. Ow. My lungs. Ow. Oh no.
Okay. You took the screenshot, right?
Yeah.
You took the screenshot.
Do you want it? Do you?
Yes.
You want
Yes.
it? You really
That-
want it?
Yes.
Okay, Death, I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on. Ow! 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 It hurts. No, I can't breathe.
Trix, I think you're dying.
I am. I can't. Oh!
Holy fuck.
My face is wet. It's so
Who? Okay, I need names too. Who the fuck looked at that? It was just like, yes, this is okay. Oh,
no.
oh, my life is different now.
Oh no. Oh god, my poor sinuses. Holy balls.
Okay, let's
we gotta get
continue
we gotta get through
before
this.
something
We gotta get
fucking else weird happens.
Oh god, we gotta get through this. I can't. Oh god.
Come on in, Miracle.
Oh god, here he comes. Oh god,
Are you ready?
please.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this, Trix?
Okay.
Oh my god, are you ready?
Oh Jesus. Ooh. Alright, the moonwalk. Alright.
Yeah.
Why is his face like
Hey,
that?
Miracle, looking rad as ever.
He's fucking malfunctioning. He's more broken than a FNAF animatronic.
Yeah. You know it's spilling. I was born cool. Born to do it. Yeah, do it. Devour their spleens. Hey, man, you my partner?
Oh god, no. No.
Q-Shan, what are you saying? Of course we're partners. Oh, that's right.
He's so he cares not.
Miracle, that's Mr.
He's a
Kiryu,
little
your
shy.
partner today. He's a little shy.
Shy. That's what we're going with here. Okay. Okay.
Okay, no problem. I heard about Japanese people being shy, so that's just human nature. It's all good.
Honestly, though, I think the sunglasses are our saving grace. I don't think he looks much better underneath there.
Lewis is in the back, just like,
I will eat your spleen. I will eat your spleen. I will eat your spleen.
I'm Kiryu. Glad to meet you. And I will also be glad to wipe this from my brain.
Oh god. Oh, is that necessary?
Oh, it is. And I'm Miracle Johnson. Nice to meet you.
Take it back. Yeah. He's so...
Yeah.
He has...
Likewise.
He cares not.
Alright, I'll get the bat for you, Death. Thank you, Sanity.
Please put us out of our misery.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god, not Wish.com.
Cat, the other guy's faces though. I was dying.
Dad, I'm gonna send you something on Discord real quick.
Don't break Cat. Don't break Cat.
I need to break Cat. I'm
Jesus.
sorry, Cat. I need to break you.
Oh my god, I did, and it was
Yeah,
horrifying.
no, she saw it. I sent you.
That broke
I
me.
sent you a screen grab.
That broke
Cat.
me. Oh my god, his assistant's face is awful too. I can't.
A little, but I don't get it. I could use more info. Okay, since you're all here, I'll explain what's happening. Destroy all humans, destroy all humans, destroy all humans. Whoops. Programming slipped.
Yo! Thank you for the look. Oh god.
The setting is here. Kamurocho, one of Asia's, no, one of the world's premier entertainment districts. Zombie hordes suddenly emerge and attack Miracle on the streets.
Oh my god, that's what we were talking about. Like, I was like, is this low-key racist? Is this low-key racist? Oh my god.
RGG Studios cannot make people that are not Asian.
I'm not offended. I just think it's absolutely fucking insane and hilarious. Oh god. I wonder if he can use a fax machine.
Probably Steven Spielling is a fax machine.
He is a fax machine, Cat. He's so talented, didn't you know? He's like a fucking robot.
Yeah. Miracle evades the attacking swarm and dances his way through the land of the rising sun.
Not Danny Trejo.
Cool. It's trade truly befitting our pop star prince. All hail the king of pop.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, you gotta warn us. Please.
My head hurts. I gotta quit laughing. It hurts. It hurts. Every time I laugh, I like burst a blood vessel. I don't want to know what Danny Trejo looks like. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's gonna be
Okay,
funky.
we're fine. By the way, have you seen the person in the background?
Yeah. She's given what's the bartender in Shrek?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, the bartender at the bad guy bar.
Yeah.
One of the evil stepsisters. Yeah.
Yeah, she's given that. She's given evil stepsister.
Essentially that.
Yeah.
That is that bartender back there. Actually, that is actually like the whole character from Shrek. That's them.
Yep. It's okay though. At least she's not scary to look at. Oh.
Yeah. At least she doesn't make me question if she is human.
Oh god. Guy, you just stop.
Hey, so why zombies? I still don't get what's going on. Apparently, they're really into that sort of thing overseas. I mean, if a big Hollywood director is behind it, it's gotta be a new trend, I think. Look,
I think
Kiryu,
we did get a lot of
Look,
zombie
Kiryu, I
movies
don't
in the
know. I
80s.
think they're hazing me at this point. I really need this.
Just let me have this, Kiryu.
Yeah. Look, Kiryu, if I gotta give you a reach around in the dressing room after this, I'll do it. Just fucking work with me on this.
Just work with me here.
I think this city is fabulous. It's always glittering and shines. I love it here. Kamurocho is like an amusement park.
What the absolute fuck does that have to do with zombies?
Yeah, and watch this. Oh my god! His eyes are crossed again! How the fuck did they do that twice?
I don't think they cared. I'm starting to think they just didn't care, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
How the fuck did they do that twice? Oh my god!
Okay. Oh.
Miracle will spin and weave. Miracle will spin and weave his magic dance.
Oh, why you gotta say it like
yeah,
that?
look at Cat, look at him right now. Look at him. He's got a fucking lazy eye.
He's got a deadpan stare. He doesn't look human. Oh,
Deadpan stare with a fucking lazy eye.
The guy he's based on, I don't know.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna check that real quick.
Oh, because at least that would make more sense. Because
Does Steven Spielberg have a lazy eye?
oh god, but the deadpan stare is still not good. All right, we're waiting for results.
Right there.
It's consensus death.
No.
No, they
No,
just did him
no.
dirty. They
Yeah.
really said fuck it.
Yeah. They really just didn't care.
They just didn't care. Oh no. If he is, it might be a parody of that. If not, yeah. Tiny Tina has a lazy eye thing in the game too, but it was an era, but the group went with it. Honestly, yeah, like more representation for people with lazy eyes, but this not the time. Not the time.
No. This is not it. This is not it.
This is not it. Oh boy. I'm baffled. I just keep looking at it, and it gets worse the longer I look. No, don't do that!
Mr. Q, this is where you come in. Your job is to escort Miracle and protect him from the Walking Dead.
Thank you for the alert, Case. All my stupid commands don't work. This is not representation. This is this is a hate crime. Right, I was like, is this low-key racist? Is this how Asian people see white people? Like, I need to know.
I think it might be how RGG Studios sees white people. Oh fuck! I just got an email from my realtor office saying that the main water line might have broke. So the extras played zombies to attack me like they meant it. If the danger's not real, the thrill isn't either. Also, Larry here keeps trying to eat my spleen.
Your spleen is delicious.
Whoops, looks like he succeeded. I'm down one spleen. Hey, Mama in the bar, you got one for me?
Oh god. You're waiting for the eye to slowly go further and further away and leave his body. I kind of want that now.
I can't anymore. I can't.
I want that now. Oh god.
I tried to stop him. I tried to stop him. If the pop star prince were injured on set, the whole world would be screaming for my head on a stake. That would be real bad. I mean, I know I could just attach a new head, but that's really troublesome. Who's bad? No, Spinning. I told you how serious I am about this. Compromising my honesty would be a betrayal to all of my loyal fans.
Oh god. You joked that he was an eldritch entity in my old street. Look, he's not good enough to be an eldritch entity.
Oh god. I can see his eyes behind the glasses.
Oh my god.
He looks so fucking tired. You're the ultimate entertainer. Perfect in every way. Yes! Yes! Let me crawl inside your asshole.
Death, please. What the fuck, bro? You're losing it. You're losing it. Just like your main water vein. You're losing it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wonderful.
Oh, stop spinning. And Lewis, stop trying to crawl in my ass. Nothing the whole world doesn't already know. Look at my big swinging dick. Ha, 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 ha. Human laughter concluded. I'm sorry about this, Kiryu Chan. I feel responsible. Look, whatever you want after this, it's yours. Just,
Oh, God.
just help me out here.
Oh, my God. It's pill time.
No, it's all right. I know it's not your fault. Well, it is actually your fault.
Really, it is, but like at the same time, you should have just prepared us, dude.
But yeah.
So
there you have it. Surely you understand now my grand vision. What part of that was understandable? Whatever. Let's just start filming. Yeah, Kiryu, I like that fire. You're gonna rock my world with passion like that.
He's our
I'm
daddy.
still here. I'm still here. I will eat all your sweets.
When did Michael Jackson die? God, it's been a minute now. You need to tell the
please
estate
go on
about...
so we can stop focusing on that man's face. That's enough. That's the spirit, Kiryu. Hold on to that anger and let's roll with them.
Why? Quit looking at me!
We're going in. Woo!
Let's not. I would like to go home now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I would like to go home, please.
How much are they paying us again?
By the way, Kiryu-san, we will pay you in the sum total of 40 trillion yen.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the treasure trove. God, here we go.
Miracle. And Kiryu, let me explain what you two have to do.
Oh, God.
Miracle, you unveil your new miracle walk dance.
Jesus Christ.
Shimmy and shake your way to the end of the street. I know you know this, but please try to keep it elegant.
No
or
dick
I shall
flashes.
punish you with my laser eyes.
He's gonna dick flash us.
Yeah. No problem. The dance is gonna bedazzle the world.
What? Did they just make him say so does ne? Really?
Yep.
That didn't even sound like
Mr.
his
Carrier.
voice.
Your job is to protect Miracle from the zombies by whatever means necessary. Hands Kiryu a gun.
What the
Yeah,
fuck is
got it.
this? What the fuck is this? I'm not okay.
Good Kiryu. You're the man.
Did he just say samurai?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god, Kiryu's reaction is just...
It's like Kiryu's just like, I'm so fucking done with this shit.
can we get this on? Let's
Can
go.
we get on with this, please?
Oh.
Like, Kiryu is so fucking done.
All right, before I start, I'm gonna take my meds, but I'm not good at these kind of escort things.
Well, it is on easy mode, so just beat up the guys as they come along.
Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't bring it over. Yeah. Oh god, fuck! I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm frustrated with
That
myself.
reminds me, I should probably take my meds too.
3 damn times and my knees hurt.
Well, damn. Yeah, everyone take your meds. If you haven't taken your meds, remember to take your meds. Along the way, zombies will appear and attack Miracle, and you will fail if Miracle takes enough hits to bring his energy to 0. So yeah, just punch, punch, punch. Just punch, 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 punch.
Who are we punching?
Yeah, that's all you need to do, Trix, is just punch continuously.
Yes, everybody take your fucking meds. Right now.
Yeah.
It's the law. Ah. Oh, God. Can you eat a peanut M&M instead? Yes, because peanut M&Ms are honestly really fucking good. I actually think I like peanut M&Ms better than regular M&Ms now. It's so tart.
Oof.
I got some cranberry juice. Oh, now we have an ad break. Motherfucker!
God damn it.
My jacket is stuck on the fucking chair. Give it back! Listen.
No, it belongs to the chair now.
No, you son of a bitch. Give me back my jacket.
The chair wished to be fashionable.
See y'all in medical. Wait, Sanity, are you allergic to peanuts? Don't do it.
Sanity, if you're allergic to peanuts, do not eat that fucking M&M.
You have to eat a regular one.
Yeah. I will come to your house and, I don't know.
Sanity!
Disable your crowd control.
Sanity, you didn't list that in your list of things wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to add that. Alright. Are you guys ready?
You succeed if Miracle reaches the Akamashu restaurant at the end of the Tsunuki Street before he runs out of energy.
Alright.
So just keep him safe until he reaches the Beef Bowl restaurant. That's it.
I think... Now, if the that counts as a part of being borked. That's a part of it.
Alright, go punch the zombies.
Really? He's
or
just gonna...
bash them with a sign.
Yo, I missed. I'm not good at this, by the way. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, you really aren't good at this.
Yeah, I know, I'm not.
Okay, just mash button tricks. Don't grab stuff, just mash. These guys barely have any health.
Come on, dude, let's go.
Follow him.
I genuinely don't know, like, how they're filming this.
Okay, here they come.
Get up, asshole. Alright, go. We got time for this. Yay! Cat took her medicine, yay!
Good job.
I'm so proud of you. I mostly only wanted to pick something up because it has pretty good range.
Then if you want to pick stuff up, you want to switch to the beast style. After this one breaks
Which
completely,
one was that
just
one again?
It's right.
Okay, the right one.
Remember, it does the auto pickup.
Oh, you're right. I have a wheel. I have a wheel. Don't just fucking stand there. Let's go.
You gotta stick close to him. If he gets too far, he stops moving.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, there you go. Yeah, don't waste time grabbing him.
Alright, buddy. I'm ruining this whole music video. Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm just inside him. Bro, let's go!
We're really lucky this is on easy mode. There's no way you would have gotten
Oh,
through this.
absolutely not. I know my limits, alright? Oh, thank God. It's over. It was awful.
Yep.
Let's never do that again. I hated it. Don't do that! You had a normal
Amazing.
fucking...
Magnificent.
He had a normal
Activating
face
laser eyes
for
to kill
2
bystanders.
seconds. 2 seconds he had a normal fucking face and then his eyes widened and I was like, ah, take it back.
Take it back, take it back. That was stupendous, Miracle. I can tell you right now that that shot was the greatest music video of all time. This'll be the stuff of legends. Bidden, please, I only did what was expected of me. The real honor goes to Kiryu for picking up an entire fucking motorcycle. He was cool and nice. Too cool.
Oh yeah, Kat, what level did you do it? I bet you played at least normal mode, which is already better than me. I'm weak. I'm BB.
You are so right, Kiryu. If it weren't for you, this masterpiece would have never have happened. Good job making the scarer video.
Oh God.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. No need for thanks. Beating down hostile guys seems like part of my daily routine.
It's like brushing his fucking teeth. He just
Yeah.
beats the shit out of people down on the street.
Yeah, he's brushing his teeth, and then some guy tries to beat him up in the bathroom. Kiryu just punches him in the face
Oh, God,
without
what?
even breaking his brushing habits.
Why'd he say it like that? Ew, take it back.
How would you like to be my personal bodyguard? You would be like another part of me, man.
Ugh.
Get inside me, Kiryu.
Oh God, he's back.
Kiryu, baby, this is it, man. The golden
It's okay,
ticket.
chat. I'll
Top
hide
dog
him behind
princes
my
of
hair
coin.
buns. You don't have to stare at him.
You cannot contain me. I will eat you.
No, you stay away.
Babysitting a superstar might be a decent life, but the world's too big a stage for me. Kamurocho is plenty big. Ah, how disappointed. But I guess I can't deprive Kamurocho of its star. That's the way it makes you feel, Kiryu. Kiryu-chan.
I'm still here.
No. Chat,
well,
hide your spleens.
I'll leave you with a gift then. And then, like, he just pulls something out of his pants. It's obvious, come on.
I don't like this gift.
A black box. And a small white box. Alright, choose one, Trix. Black or white, which should I pick? Alright, Trix. Which are you choosing?
I don't like you. I don't like this whole idea. Take it back. I don't need anything. It's fine. Stop dancing.
Choose. Choose, Trix. Choose. Choose. Choose.
Wow, Trix, I can't believe you choose the white box. How dare you?
It was small. If it's an embarrassing gift, I'd be able to hide it easier.
White. Okay. White it is. My gift to you. And then he bleaches his skin.
Dad! Dad! Oh my god!
What is this?
I told you, if it's embarrassing, I can just hide it.
Got a baseball? How did he hide that in that small box?
The hell would have been in the big one?
Yeah.
It's his foreskin. Sanity, shut the fuck up, man. Yo!
Like, Kiryu just pulls out an entire, like, horse dildo.
God! Isn't it delightful?
Isn't it delightful?
No, everybody stop dancing. It's fucking weird.
This is my mating dance. I am ready to mate with you, Miracle Johnson.
Ugh.
Sure, gratefully accepted. Thank you, Kiryu. We're gonna be a Kamurocho king, I can tell. After all, I'm the pop star prince of the world. Oh god.
Ugh. Go away. I'm sick of looking at you. Why are they all doing it?
I still don't really get your American groove, but it was a thrilling experience all the same.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah. At least I'll never have to fight Oh, fuck,
Famous
Kiryu.
last words.
Oh, fuck, Kiryu.
You just
don't
cursed
know.
us. You just cursed us, didn't you, buddy?
If I'm ever back in Japan, I'm gonna look you up, Kiryu. You wouldn't mind, would you? Yes, I would mind very much. Please never contact me again.
Please, stranger danger.
I'll think about it. Hey, Miracle, we better get going. The world needs to see what we've got waiting for them.
Nobody talks like this, guys. Nobody actually talks like this.
Looks like my time is up. I'll see you around, Kiryu. I got a feeling that this isn't the last time.
Ugh, please, no. No, can it be the last time?
Sure,
Why you give
I'll
him
look
hope
forward
like
to.
that? Kiryu, please! No.
Kiryu, I'm coming for that sweet, sweet butthole.
No. No.
Thinks we'll meet again. Maybe we will.
Let's not. Let's not.
In
Let's
his
just...
fucking... Oh.
Let's
oh,
not say we
Trix.
did.
Trix, are you ready?
No.
Are you ready for what I'm about to tell you?
Please, God, no.
We do meet him again.
Oh, in this game?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, ugh.
Because he becomes one of our financial advisors for our real estate firm.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Him
Ugh.
and spinning. Him and spinning.
Oh, please, God, help.
Also, you got a message on your beeper. You should probably check that.
I forgot how to
Pause
do
menu.
that.
Pause menu. Pager. Is come by. I guess he's done cleaning the Suga. Okay, go back to the Sugato building. Yeah, you got those a long time ago and never checked those out.
Shh, it's fine. I'm walking into some garbage. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. As long as it's not
Alright, turn.
anyone's foreskin, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay, in you go. hey, here's a voice for you.
Oh, for me. Oh, she's gonna sound so crunchy today. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, girl. Pleased to meet you. I'm Marina, Yamanoi-san's secretary. I look forward to working with you.
Oh, she cute.
It's cute.
Right, Kiryu, good to meet you. You make me feel things.
You make my pants feel tingly.
What do you think, Kiryu-san? This place looks great. Also, she's a real looker, right? You should put a baby in that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Crystals!
it's incredible.
Damn.
How
right.
How did you do this fast?
You're an old man. No offense, but in the time it took us to do that and come back, it shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
All right.
You can now use the office in the Sugata building as your hideout. It can also serve as your business headquarters. As the story advances, you'll lock the ability to switch protagonists using the hideout telephone, as well as change clothes into any of the outfits you've unlocked.
Fun.
Now, how about I walk you through some business basics? Is this a good time?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Sure, sounds good.
Good. First, you get a big briefcase, and then you go and say, "Hey, I got shitloads of money. You want some?" And then they give you property.
It's that easy, huh, Death? It's that easy.
Yeah. Yep.
In that case, I'll let my secretary take it from here.
There's a lot to remember, but if you forget anything, you can ask me anytime. For now, I'll walk you through the whole process once. Oh boy.
Monitoring your business 1 out of 9. Kamurocho Real Estate Royale. In Real Estate Royale, you purchase and manage properties to build up your funds with the ultimate goal of bringing down the 5 billionaires.
There's 9
Manage your
pages.
holdings from Kiryu's office by interacting with the city model in the table.
There's
You
9
can also
pages.
check the statuses of your properties by selecting businesses from the pause menu.
There's 9 pages.
Yep. I'll read them all to you so you don't have to hurt your little head reading.
Oh, reading. It hurts.
Managing real estate from the office, you can do the following through the office menu. Start payout collections for each area, collect profits from each area, assign a manager and security to each area, send advisors to properties. Manage your properties using these options and you will soon be raking in huge profits. Select Real Estate Royale Management and press Y to display a payout collection confirmation window. If you have assigned a manager or security guard to that area you want to collect from, their salaries will also be listed. Select Yes to continue. Sometime after collections is started, the gauge will fill and you'll be able to collect your profits. The funding gathered is based on profit forecasts and economic trends. However, some things will not go smoothly. Problems may arise during the collection process, or you may be challenged to a money battle while collecting your profits.
Oh my god, this is so convoluted.
It's basically just put the right person here, there, and then wait for the payout to max out. If a problem occurs, the collection gauge will freeze. You'll be unable to collect profits until you go find out what's causing the problem and subsequently deal with them. Usually you just go to the
Beat
area
that
and punch
ass.
the shit out of someone.
Beat that ass.
Money battle. Sometimes you will collect your profits. One of the 5 billionaires will challenge you to a money battle. The manager assigned to that area will try to counter the effects of the billionaire's aggressive investment, but if their HP runs out, you will lose the targeted property. Protect your property by pressing A to invest your own money and restore the manager's HP. You can assign 1 manager per area. They have the following abilities. Financial Savvy is by stars. Counts as HP during money battle. This one recovers when a manager is not in use, so switch them out often. Economic Influence, it has shows the manager's effect on economic trends in the area. The higher the value, the better. The number on the left is the starting value, and the one on the right is the final one after 4 collections. And let's see. In addition to a manager, you can assign a security guard to the area. Each security employee has the following abilities. Problem solving. It shows the ability to resolve issues during collections. At high levels, guards are more likely to solve the problem on their own. Safety Influence.
The higher the value, the fewer violent encounters will transpire when working in the area. The number on the left is the starting value, and the right is the final value after 4 collections. Send an advisor to visit a property to help make improvements, upgrading its rank in the process. Select a property first, then an advisor, and you will pay for their services, but the earning potential of that property will improve as the rank rises. Each advisor has different abilities and areas of expertise, so select the right advisor for each property.
Oh my god, I'm ready to go to sleep.
I think that... Oh, that's you,
That's
sorry.
me! I think that about covers it. Did you follow all that? No.
No,
No.
absolutely not. But I'm just going to say I think so.
Yeah.
I'll guide you through it, Trix.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Let's get to it.
Then,
Please give the order
yeah.
to begin collections for our current property holdings.
Yep. Use the table of the office of the Real Estate Royale and choose the Real Estate Royale Management, then select Leisure King area and press Y to begin collections.
Okay.
You can review the rules and controls anytime you need to via the help in the same menu.
Okay, so...
Alright, so go there. And, yep, just talk to the table. Okay, so Real Estate Royale, hit Y to start... Select that, and then hit Y to start your collections. Conduct business with this. Oh, you need to. You need to set a manager to the area.
How the fuck do
Or I guess you don't have any. Check your staff list real quick. Okay, so we do have some staff on payroll. Okay. Go back. Leisure Royal Estate Royale Management area. Select that property. And now we're going to hit the right bumper. Okay, we're going to assign a manager to it. Let's scroll through our managers and see what we got. Just those two? Okay, so we do have a manager in security. Hit A on that. Oh, yeah. We've already started the collections. Well, it looks fine. He's gonna do okay on this first one. Okay. So we just kind of have to wait for it to build up.
All right.
And once it does, we can come back and collect money from it. Oh, we also want to upgrade the property as well.
How do we do that?
Go into there. Go into the menu again.
I'm trying to get it to prompt.
You got to stop moving. Got to back up a little bit from the table to get the window to appear again. And then, yeah, stop moving about right there, I guess.
It didn't do anything.
Oh, move around to the other side of the table.
It's being very clunky.
Yeah. Get closer.
Hold on, I'm going at a different angle here.
Yeah, here we go.
Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
What the fuck, bro? It should not be this difficult.
Yeah, no, you're right on it. It should be letting you. I guess you need to talk to them real quick.
I guess, maybe.
Gave that collections order like, oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
This phone service, okay. Yeah, oh, okay, we needed to, oh, she just handed you 50 mil.
50 million, here you go.
This is a fortune, are you sure?
Can somebody please just hand me 15 million, please?
Yeah, 15 million yen would be about, 150,000 US.
I will fucking take that.
Yeah.
Please use them with my blessings.
Alright.
Though relying on a single shop's profit is putting a lot of eggs in one basket, why not try buying another with that cash? If you want a solid starter, I'd recommend Sayako Uraga on Tanuchi Street. It's a popular spot, but still a comparatively affordable acquisition.
Alright, I'll go have a look. Use the operating capital you've been given to acquire the blah 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 on Tanuki Street.
So okay, I think
Yeah,
now
I
now
can
you
go
can
back.
access.
Jesus.
Yeah, you had to talk to them. Okay. Oh, okay. We need to go and buy. We need to go to the building personally and buy.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm leaving. This sucks. Can we be Majima again?
We got to advance through the story first.
No, I want instant gratifications.
No.
Yes.
You gotta work for your
I
gratifications,
don't
Trix.
wanna. Which building
Yeah,
is
you just
it?
gotta approach the property itself, and then a prompt should pop up, and you should be able to buy it. Yeah, there you go. Look.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, there's always book solid with revisions. Yep. Yeah, you spent 14 million of that. I'll make an offer. In cash. I make an offer to you in cash, building. Do you accept?
Alright, now I think we can go back and do the...
Yeah, now you can go back and also upgrade the facilities that you have.
Alright. I like that little bitty...
It's further up.
Gross, get the fuck out of
Trix,
the way.
turn the camera. There you go.
I don't need the camera. I'm strong and independent. Welcome back.
You need to be able to see it.
Alright.
The money is ready and waiting for you. Okay.
It was a whopping $0 fucking, but it's fine.
Collect the payout.
Oh, okay.
You earn 1.7 mil.
Alright, cool.
Okay, before we start collections again, let's go into that area.
What?
Real estate management. There you go. Okay. All right. Check the staff. Okay. So let's check manager first. Okay. So, all right. Looking between these two. Okay, so go back to the first guy. First guy, he won't get any economic influence this time, and he only has 1 star, which means he doesn't have a whole lot of health. But his only negative is a -1. Check the other guy. He has 2 stars. He has no negative influences or positive influences until he gets to his final one, which is -2. He's more adept to handle like problems popping up, but he also costs a little more. So we're gonna stick with the first guy for now. So go back to the first guy. Yeah, sign him as the manager. Hit Yep, there we go. Okay, and then down, we're gonna check. Do we have any other security besides this guy? All right. Oh, that guy's actually a little bit better. So yeah, choose him. Okay, and then hit A, and then yes, assign that guy. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so safety and the economy are pretty solid right now. We're gonna go to stores next.
Oh, whoop.
Oh,
my bad.
there we go. Okay, go to the stores tab. Pump enough money to get both of those to C. Good. Now let's do the other one. Let's push this one up to rank B. Oh, we can't invest anymore. Okay. I guess we can't push it past that. Okay. So now we go back, and we're gonna go ahead and start the question.
Great.
Sanity, use the backslash right now. My commands are broken.
Yeah.
Gwyneth, hi, welcome in. I hope you had a lovely stream. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Trixie. I'm everybody's favorite treasure hunting fae. Today we're playing a little Yakuza 0. We're playing as Kiryu. We're doing some riveting property stuff. Yay!
You gotta do this to get the dragon style
Look,
tricks.
do I care that much? Do I even care? Do I need to talk to them?
Talk to them again.
Alright, but yeah, hi guys, welcome in. If you need to raid and run to take care of yourself, gotta go take a rest, get a snack, get some water, do whatever you gotta do. Thank you so much for leaving your community with me. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, go follow Gwyneth. Alright. That's a lot of stuff. That is a lot. Like Jesus.
Yeah. Right, got it. It's definitely a lot of stuff.
True, but I'm sure you'll have it soon, Kiryu-san.
What is it with them? What is it with people just throwing Kiryu a bunch of random shit that he doesn't know how to do?
Because he's big and strong, so they expect him to just automatically learn it.
That's not how that works. That's not how
Yeah,
people
well,
work.
it is how it works in Yakuza land, so just get over it.
And in Yakuza land.
Basically, you want to expand your holdings, grow those properties, and ensure your personal roster that will build your share and earn you greater profits.
Also, this is the best way to get money while playing as Kiryu, so you can, expand his styles and grow stronger. Remember, he needs to eat money, like you haven't been doing for a while.
I don't need to eat money. I'm strong.
Yes, you do.
No,
yes,
I'm
you do.
strong.
Yes, you do. Yes,
no,
you do.
I'm big and strong. I want to keep my money for myself.
No, you need to, Trix. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's only going to get harder. I feel like I'm trying to get a small child to eat broccoli.
No, broccoli icky.
This line of work, you end up spending money in all sorts of ways. Invest wisely. That includes investing in yourself.
You trying to tell me I'm ugly?
Money anytime, but thanks. I'll use it well, I hope.
I trust you, do you well. Why are we president?
Yeah, no, you're president of your own real estate firm now.
What the fuck?
Wait, I don't remember becoming president.
Yeah. No. But as a secretary, it just feels natural to call the one making all the business calls the president. Doesn't that feel really secretary-ish to you?
Doesn't it? Wouldn't really know. Yamato-san is the president here, isn't he?
Well, yes, officially. But what's the harm?
I don't know, everything.
Right, like...
If Marina-san wants to call you that, I say let her. That pulls all responsibility away from me. Goodbye, Kiryu. I'm gonna go play golf forever.
Right? He's gonna go do old man things.
Yeah.
She's a new secretary? What?
Yeah.
This is actually my first gig as a secretary. Yeah. So I'm eager to be in as secretary-ish as possible. Oh my gosh.
I watched a lot of movies about secretaries.
Oh my God.
Like this one called Bad Secretary 6.
Oh no, not the schmexual sexual,
Yep.
not the sexretary.
Oh god. And then Kiryu's like, oh god, what did you see in that? I don't know why she was naked all the time, but I guess that's what I need to do my job.
Gets naked.
Oh, you're a first timer at this too? What did you used to do before you mono-san
I was a phone attendant. That's a big juicy secret. Ooh.
Oh.
She was
so
a
who just
scripper.
thought prostitute?
Okay. Okay. Mmm. Juicy.
Yeah.
Aim for the top here, Mr. Prez. Ooh.
I love that both of our guesses were in, like, the same sphere, but wildly different ends.
Right.
She seems capable of love. She's just a little...
Odd.
Odd?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Period. That's one
I
way
see a lot of headaches in my future. Oh, well. Well, I mean, head is going to be part of the equation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She's gonna vacuum clean him.
Yeah. I agreed to do this. So I'm going all in.
All in. I'll in the vacuum cleaner. Okay.
Oh, hey, you got an achievement. Congratulations.
Yay!
Phew, okay. I guess I'm gonna go meet Oda for that drink. Said the place was called Serena on Taniki Street, right? Whatever. Go to Serena.
Tenkaichi Street.
Yep. Okay, now it's marked in blue for... Oh, check this street real quick that it's on. Like, turn the camera around and see if there's any people just standing around the street.
What do you mean?
Trix, turn the camera around.
All the way.
There you go. Okay.
What?
So, any people you help on your side quests will appear on this strip of the street, and they will ask to work for your real estate firm.
Okay.
Yeah, there they are. There
no
they are.
fucking way!
Yeah, there we are. Oh, hey, Kiryu, baby. Kiryu? Oh, you mean Mr. Kiryu. Oh, you mean Mr. Kiryu. It is in Paplian Kaito and Director Spinning. What are you two doing here and not immediately vacating my site?
Right. Why the fuck?
Bling bling cha-ching. We're just talking about you, Kiryu.
No, let's not. Let's stop talking about me.
Talking about me? Could you forget I ever existed, please?
Right.
Yes, you helped us with that music video for Miracle. Now I want to do something for you, Kiryu.
But you guys gave me a baseball shirt. We're done. I don't need to be thanked.
Point me to your enemies. I will laser them into non-existence. And then feed their spleens to Larry. You helped me out big time, too, so I want to hype up your side gig. Bada bing, ba-ding biz.
Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I am also confused, Kiryu.
We want to help you, Kiryu-chan.
No, you can help me by vacating the premises.
Yeah, you can leave forever and never come back. That'll be a great help.
I can't take him staring at me like that.
We will put our world-class abilities at your disposal. Come on, Kiryu. Let's do this thing together.
He looks like he's gonna consume me. I don't like it. He's giving creeper vibes.
Say yes, or I will unhinge my jaw and swallow you. Sure, it would be great to get top names like you two to help me. Aren't you really busy with your day jobs, though? Yeah, Kat. Only Majima can call him Kiryu-chan.
He's daddy to us.
Yeah, that's Daddy Kiryu to you, asshole.
Uh-huh.
Don't sweat the deets. We're jazzed to work with you, Kiryu-chan. Just let us in on the gravy train.
No gravy for you. No gravy for me. Y'all keep your gravy in your pants. Don't want it. Do not want your gravy.
He's joined your team as a merit manager.
That's so weird.
Oh, but he's
oh
really
my
high level.
God. Oh,
yeah.
If I don't have to talk to you, then sure.
Yeah. We'll smash box office records together.
That's not how real estate works, sir, but...
And then he joins your team as a manager as well.
Oh, please, God, no. What the fuck?
And... Whoa, damn. Oh, but he costs 1 million yen.
Dude, you're so fucking expensive.
I'm not too sure about this, but oh well. Thanks for your help, guys.
Aliens. Freaks. Alright, I don't think there's any more
freaks in nature.
fucking people here. Ugh.
Some will only appear during certain times of day, so...
That's fine.
There's probably more we can get. We'll just have to come back later.
Just not right now. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of,
I'm tired of whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, no, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with that whole segment. I'm very uncomfortable. See, look, he looks like a normal fucking person.
Yeah.
You have a Majima plushie? I want to see it. I want to see your Majima plushie. I like when the balls, the ice is a ball. It's so fun. You have 3?
Of course,
Damn,
Cat
you're
has
committed.
3 Majimas.
Is one of them a pillow?
Is one of them a nude pillow?
Is one of them naked?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, lady. No. Are you
No,
lying? That sounds sus.
Is this your first visit, sir? Yeah. No, I'm waiting for someone. Relax a little, would you?
Oh!
Hey, it's Nishiki.
I need to see the cheeks.
What, I'm not allowed to have a usual spot?
For science.
This place is my #1 favorite right now. Right, Reina? Friend of yours, Nishikiyama-kun? Yep, this is the Kiryu, the guy with the 10 inches soft.
Death!
What?
How do you know? You've been looking
Research.
up the fan art? Mm.
Look, any fan art that portrays him as any less is not fan art.
2 were designed by an artist who sells them, and 1 was made by a friend for Chris. Aww, handmade plushies are the best.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to make handmade plushies.
No kidding. You come here often?
That sounds like a pickup line. Don't say that.
This is the real. Have you looked at I follow who draws Big Dick Kiryu?
Oh my god.
I mean, I didn't know there was a specific artist known for it. But I mean, I'm not surprised.
I think I might have to do some research after stream. For science, of course. Yeah.
Well, specifically, the one I have seen of Kiryu was mostly of like another VTuber.
Oh.
The one who has like a huge obsession with Kiryu.
I see.
Yeah. What was her name? She actually voiced one of the characters in Infinite Wealth, but I can't remember her name right now for some reason. Not Nanners, no. No, the one who joined V Shoujo and has like the hooligan model, like with the bat, and talks with like a country twang. Oh God, I don't know. Not Nanners. Fuck. Now I need to look this up.
You got him on a thing. He's got to go find out.
Yeah, this is gonna bother me.
I don't know nothing. I can't be of any help to anybody.
Oh, Kason.
Kason, okay.
Yeah, Kason. Yeah, she's super obsessed with Kiryu, and like I said, that's the only one I know for in Majima is called "I Shit You Not." Majima's left ass cheek.
Well, chat, you know where to go to find the goods.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the only one I know of that I've seen. A very well endowed Kiryu with Kason.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Hiya, 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 ha, ha.
So, like, Reina's just there. So, are you two gonna make out or what?
We did do karaoke the other day.
Yeah. Then you could just sit here and listen while I rock it. No complaints then, right? Yeah, he just wants to hang out with his buddy.
I like the swirl of his tattoo on his left ass cheek. Yo, that's so niche. I feel it. I get it. I understand. Respectable, even. Based.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Majima do got that cake.
They have a full recreation of Majima's tattoo. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh god, we gotta do more karaoke. Oh man, I suck at this.
No, this one's actually just you supporting, so
Oh,
you're just
okay.
like shaking tambourines
I
and
can do that, I think.
maracas. The button inputs are a lot less like intense. See?
Whoops.
See?
Yeah, but I'm still confusing my buttons.
Yeah, that can happen sometime. And you still get the crazy ass music video.
Oh yeah, wonderful. I like it when it's all the same button.
Man, look, Nishi's got his own suit and everything.
That's fucking great.
Oh, it's Cosmo-san on the keyboards in the background.
Oh my god. Use keyboard, it's easier. Well, I play with a controller.
Oh, you got a 90.
That's good for me.
Yeah.
Usually
yeah.
it's a lot worse than that.
And you completed the completion trophy for that song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you just need to score 90 or higher.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take a 90.
How was that?
Yeah, sure, lady.
Yeah. Right. And for all your belly aching, you were pretty into it too. Huh. I was only doing it to humor you.
As you should.
It's not like I like you or anything.
It's not like I like you or
Baka.
anything, baka.
Oh, come off it, sheesh. Anyway, this Oda cat is seriously late by now. From how you talk about him, he doesn't seem like the flaky type.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he's okay, honestly.
Really, I hope he
Right.
hasn't been in any accidents or anything.
Yeah, it seems a little sussy.
Yeah, that would suck.
Hello? Oh.
Oh, hey, look. What? Oh. Oh,
Buddy.
hey, Oda was in an accident.
Bodo. Whoa.
Oda.
Y'all
Oh,
must
fuck.
have jumped him.
Yep. Oh, hey, it's that asshole again.
It
And
was you.
wouldn't you know it?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you looking well? Onawo, sir. Why are you here? Sit down, Nishikiyama. These boys look familiar to you, Kiryu? So I haven't probably thanked you for Kiryu-san. You were with the squatter. You guys did this to Oda? Not before you got in the way of our business. Tachibana Real Estate's been peeking at the Tojo clan from the shadows for a while now. And you joining them fresh out of the family? You got any sense of gratitude at all? Boss, let me handle this.
Oh, shut up. I'd knock your ass out.
You know this guy? One of mine. Name's Obakube. That squatter was his eel. Look how that turned out. Poor bastard wound up having to take responsibility on account of your meddling.
You need
Lackeys
more emotes,
shouldn't
Cat. You need more
interrupt.
emotes.
Oh, fuck.
I'm a bad influence. You need all the emotes.
Oh, shit, he broke Nishki's nose.
Dude, fucking hell.
Hey, I'm having a nice little chat with this civilian here.
God, ideas. Oh.
Got it, Nishikiyama?
Not
Bitch-ass punks
Majima,
like
okay.
you should keep his mouth shut. Nishikiyama's got nothing to do with this.
He really
I just
doesn't.
ran into him here by chance. Don't worry, I'm getting back to you.
Yeah,
Yo,
serious
boss, can
things
we ice
happen.
this guy already or not? Just looking at his
Oh!
ugly ass is making me sick.
You brought a knife.
Sure. But don't make any trouble for the locals. Take it outside, boys. I'll be grabbing a drink with Nishikiyama. And
Ugh.
this hot number of a mama.
Don't fucking talk to her. Don't fucking even look at her.
Let's go, Kiryu.
Alright, after we wrap all this up, though, I think it's time to...
Yeah, it's probably
Yep.
it's probably a good place to end. Oh man. So how about we have some fun here?
Yeah,
Hey,
fuck this guy.
Nishikiyama.
I hope you're next. I hope I kill you next.
Yeah, break his ass in half.
I want to.
No, actually, Majima gets that honor.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you'll see.
Alright. I mean, one way or the other, I just want it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Cat, serious things are happening. Sometimes that
Serious
happens in this
things.
game.
It's sometimes, palate cleanser. Yeah,
The way I see it, you must have lost your goddamn mind. Not 2 steps out of the family door, and you're pissing all over it. Your little stud cost us a cut of 10 million yen.
I don't fucking care.
You got a death wish? That's on you. But find a way out that doesn't dick over the rest of us just doing our jobs.
Yeah, your job of being an asshole.
Why are you still standing? Get on the ground, hands and knees.
No.
You understand the position you're in, dipshit?
You can eat my ass.
I think there's been a misunderstanding. Huh? I have no intention of apologizing to you. No reason to let you slap me around either.
Exactly. We ain't into that shit no more. We don't do that no
You
more.
want to fight us? Seriously? Huh. You're a laugh a minute, kid.
We don't play your little game anymore.
Go on, take a swing. Okay.
Little bitches.
Don't keep me waiting, because this is the last line in the sand. Lieutenant Alwano is right upstairs. Come out here in person, and if you're ready to do this with him around, well, I'd say you got balls, but no damn brains. My friends are bleeding. Right. Nishikiyama and that Tachibana real estate buddy of yours? That guy coughed up your whereabouts after just a couple minutes.
He knew I could handle you.
Yeah. Bam!
There you go.
Oh, son of a bitch! Drew your line in the sand. You crossed that a while ago.
Alright, let's fuck him up. Let's fuck him up,
Alright,
Dad.
beat the shit out of him, Trix. Let's fucking go!
Beat some ass.
Bring it on!
Oh, fucking hell. There's so many of them.
Yeah. You know what would help?
Eating your money.
You think I should eat some money? You think so?
Yeah, eat some money. Yeah.
Alright, if you think I should eat some money. What kind of money are
Actually,
we...
can you even afford anything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm broke as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't eating money because I couldn't afford to eat any money.
Yeah, that's kind of why we need to do more of the... Okay, at least get the large health upgrade in the beast tree there. It's the yellow. Not.
Yellow?
Not that. The yellow. Yes, there you
Okay.
go.
I thought it was
Boost health.
blue.
Now, blue is combos.
Okay.
Well, the light blue.
Gotcha.
And then the dark blue, I think, is passive abilities.
Okay.
Red is active abilities, and then the pink ones are special abilities.
Okay. Fucking hell, man.
Rapid mash A.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus. Thank God.
He'll only pick up, like, medium or large items. So, smaller items are a bit harder for him to pick up. Well, auto pick up.
Gotcha. Alright.
Took him down pretty easily, though.
Yeah. That helped. Alright, now what?
Here you son of a...
Oh, you guys lost.
Oh, yep, here comes it. So the kid can throw a punch after all. No wonder Kuze was having trouble.
Yeah, no shit, dumbass.
Yep. You gotten way more Yakuza since leaving the family. Funny how that shit works. You want next? Try me. Kiryu, come on. Why are you with the Tachibana real estate? What? Not like I don't already know Captain Kazuma's orders now. Only reason I dragged my ass over here on a job like this is I heard you were wrapped up with Tachibana now. You, Captain Kazuma's little pet. As far as I'm concerned, it looks an awful like Kazuma's using Tachibana real estate to make a move on the empty lot, wouldn't you say? Am I right or am I right?
I mean...
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Think whatever you want. You're pretty shit at hiding things. The way I see it, it's all part of your charm, though, eh? Has Tachibana found the lot's owner yet? Not yet, huh? But at least he's got a clue by now. I haven't said a word. Don't have to. Your eyes tell me everything I want to know. I love how easy to read you are.
I don't like you.
I don't have time for this.
We really don't.
Hey, Kiryu. Set me up with a meeting with your boss over at Tachibana Real Estate. He's been doing a good job staying hidden. Having you arrange, it seems like the quickest route to that guy. I left the Dojima family. I've got no reason to do you any favors now.
Nope. Fuck off.
You do this for me and we'll forget about this squatter business. And the fact that you and Kazuma made a move on the empty lot.
Or would you rather paint a big old target on your back? Every crew under the Dojima family will be gunning for you. Now, don't think you can run away to prison. We'll stay on your ass till you draw your last breath. Wherever you hide, don't think you can hide very well from us. Take your best shot. You got your brain plugging in as I'm telling you this. That shit doesn't end with you. After you're in the dirt, we move on to the next of kin. Nishikiyama, your bro. You keep this up, he's collateral damage. Your damage. Do the guy a favor.
The blackmail.
And you, what do you plan to do if you meet Tachibana? Beat every bit of intel he's got on the empty lot out of him. That's all. Well, that and send a message to outsiders who want to meddle with our affairs. Meaning, have him killed. I'll give you till morning to decide. Hand over Tachibana or die in his place. Take your pick and call me tonight.
Got an ad in about 30 seconds, guys. Just a heads up.
If I don't hear from you, the hunt's on. We'll be coming for your head to add to the collection.
Oh.
He just told you, give up him or the entire Dojima family is going to be after you. And Kiryu's like, okay, bet.
Bet. Fucking don't care, bro.
Yeah. And you got 20 million.
Woohoo! Alright, and we're ending on chapter 6. That's like really good timing.
The Yakuza way. Yeah, you can pause the cutscene here, and when you load it back up, it'll be at this cutscene.
Alright. I think we've got like an ad that's gonna play.
Okay.
While it's doing that, while it's loading up, I will... Ooh, I was shopping for things. Oh, that's smart. This person is requiring you to include your URL name to your Discord server or your Twitch stream, so they know if you stole it or not. As in, like, if someone purchased it and they were just giving it away, you know. But they're little Junimos, and I was looking at them because we're playing Stardew Valley on Saturday. So I was like, custom Stardew throwing asset. I don't know. It was a thought. It was a thought, okay?
Okay.
Ugh. I was just window shopping. It's fine though. We're gonna put chat in timeout now though. That's gonna be fun. After the debut, chat can get in trouble. Chat can be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you back for all the times you're mean to me. Mean to me, I get to be mean to you. How about them apples? How about them apples? Alright.
Man. Oh, I just came across an article. Apparently, the technical director of Yakuza Like a Dragon developer, Ryuga Gota Studios, has now said he wants to make a new Dragon engine after 8 years and 10 games in the current one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fucking, okay. The amount of things they have squeezed out of that. In Yakuza Like a Dragon, there is a racing game. It's a turn-based RPG. There's there's a FMV like dating sim, real-time strategy. They've had dress-up games, multiple rhythm games, Sega emulators.
Holy
like
shit.
You've seen the amount of content in this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand how much they like jam-packed into this game.
Okay. So I think I know who I want to raid tonight.
Okay.
Arknaut actually just started a new Pathfinder campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of our homies, a lot of our friends. So Belle, Smallman, like there's a lot of folks. There's a lot of folks in the collab. And I think that would be a nice place to sing you guys, because this is their first night of the campaign.
I have the perfect raid message, too.
Alright, hit us with the raid message.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy it myself real quick. Here you go.
Daddy Kiryu. Ooh, I love it. Daddy Kiryu. Let's go. He is tasty.
Yep.
Alright guys, let's get this raid on the road. So Death, are you doing anything this weekend?
This weekend I'm actually gonna be on Thorn Goblin's music game show where I try to guess music by sound clips.
Oh,
and
nice.
Also we each got to choose a category and I chose Sonic Butt Rock.
Wonderful. Love that
Yeah.
for you. Love that.
And then Sunday is gonna be more Yakuza Infinite Wealth with Trashy.
Trashy. Yeah. Sounds good. Alright, I'll be back here on Saturday to do my first crowd control stream with Magic. We're going to be playing some Stardew Valley. And then Sunday, I'm going to be doing some more art with Arknon. Yeah.
Good fucking luck. I hope Sanity is not there for you.
Oh, he's here all the time.
Yeah, Sanity will absolutely destroy your farm.
Oh yeah, he will, and so will Joe, and so will my sister. It's gonna be a not fun time. It's gonna be a fun time for you guys, but not for me. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go so Death can get him some eepy sleepies because he's got work in the morning.
Yep.
And good luck to you, Death, on potentially getting that transfer. I really hope you get that.
Yes. Yeah,
We
work
need-
from home.
we need
It'll
that
be
for you.
great. And then I
Chat
can
manifest
start
it.
streaming. I can start streaming during the week again. Because I won't have a fucking shitty commute.
All right, guys, have a good night. Good night.
Night, everyone.